Next weekend, 4th of July weekend.
I know. I was going to say Friday came fast, and just like everything seems to be coming fast, right? Like
Next weekend, 4th of July weekend already. We kick it off on the 4th of July. We're off Friday for 4th of July.
Wow.
So we kick it off next Friday night at the Beach Club in Sarasota or Siesta Key. And we play that night with Pipple Toddler. And then we are off on Friday and Monday.
Oh,
for
we're
the
off
holiday
Friday.
weekend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I knew Monday. I don't know whether I was aware about Friday.
Well, Friday's 4th of July.
Oh, yeah. All right. Hey, listen, I'm an American. I'm fine with it.
You sure? I heard you're a communist.
Gio, I like your fever hat.
Thank you.
That's a FSU hat. I can see that.
Okay. All right.
Listen to me. I am
Blind?
Thanks to the thanks to YouTube and the communication with our listeners, I am finding out that I am not as crazy as you people try to make me seem like, or as senile. Several people said the same thing. They couldn't read your hat either. I mean, granted,
so
they weren't in the room.
Eyes. They also have bad eyes.
But they're also not sitting 5 feet across from you.
Right. They're looking at a little computer screen.
I'm at least
or their
8
phone.
feet away from
Who
you.
would you say is closer or further from Gio, me or you?
You're closer.
You think I'm closer? I would say we're about the same.
Okay, I would give you that. We're about the same.
Yeah.
We're just forked out to different directions.
Yeah, you're forked out.
Yeah.
Immediately, I knew it was Indiana Fever.
Yeah.
Could read Indiana. It was
Also,
Indiana.
you're
didn't know-
familiar with the Indiana Fever logo. I was not.
but you also didn't know that there was yellow on it. Didn't know
No,
that
I
it was
could not
navy
see the
blue.
yellow.
Didn't
Yeah.
know that it was not FSU.
This is actually a Tampa Bay Lightning hat. that I have on now.
You're just a crap star.
What up?
And
You and your hats.
I
You
am
and
sorry.
Yeah, no, I easily identify that one the minute you walked in.
I apologize for the mystery hat that I wore yesterday. I will not. I'll burn it immediately and never wear it again.
I will now be able to recognize that hat wherever I look.
I'll never give you the privilege of seeing it again.
Sweet Cece is out again, by the way.
I know. Makes
Same
sense.
problem or no?
They say it's a groin issue now.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You want to get in her groin? Help
Yeah.
her out?
Get in there, massage it.
Yeah.
Find her attractive yet or no?
No.
I do. I think there's something weirdly attractive.
Yeah,
But I think
there
it's
is.
her confidence.
She's very talented. She
Yeah.
seems nice. Seems like she's got a good head on her shoulders and stuff. Just not attractive.
You
Not
wanna
to
kn-
me. Maybe other
Yeah.
people.
If you want attractive, look up Sophie Cunningham,
Oh, I
Yeah.
follow her on Instagram.
who's also on the Fever.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
beautiful.
But
Nice.
have you seen her before and after? Like
Yes.
she had like a glow up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
what-
Yeah,
she said
which-
money does that to you.
I couldn't
Yeah.
tell if I'm like, is that plastic surgery or what is that? Just
I don't
money?
know. Yeah,
I'm the
because
only one that got uglier with money.
Money and success usually,
Yeah.
usually helps out and stuff. But also, not only that, but her defending CC made her even
Yeah.
hotter.
Yeah, but like you see pictures of her like a couple years ago, and she kind of just like a nerd,
Yeah.
and now she's like
But
a
you-
10.
Yeah, but it
also,
Confidence.
she didn't do too much. It looks like she learned how to do her makeup.
right. And
Maybe.
she got older. She matured.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the thing.
And she may have a stylist because they do that whole, before the game when they walk in and they have all the different
Yeah.
clothes and what they're wearing.
Oh, you know her agents had her down to listen.
Yeah.
You're here. You
Right.
can be here in this pool, in this gene pool. You can be beautiful if
Right.
you really put a little effort into it.
You know what it is? She got new teeth.
You think so?
yeah?
That'll
Like-
do it.
Yeah, I can tell. She got new teeth and she learned how to do her makeup.
But it's
the face,
funny.
too, is-
It's funny because look at American Idol and look at their audition and then look at them when they're in the top 10.
Sure.
They look completely different
You're
because
Yeah,
they have
the makeover.
and they have stylists and they have makeover and they're cutting their hair. They're getting a $500 haircut as
Joe's the
opposed
only
to
one I know that got a makeover and looked exactly the same.
yeah,
That's true.
it was a make under.
It didn't take.
I mean, it didn't take. You're right. It didn't take. You looked exactly the same afterwards. That's funny.
Yeah, but like you said, also, I'm sure her agents were like, listen, you can be way bigger than the rest of that. Do a little bit of this, fix your
Yeah.
teeth, do this, whatever. And especially, no offense, in that group of women,
Right.
slightly,
known for their
slightly
beauty.
attractive is a 9 out of 10. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
You're a Newport Richie 10.
Yeah.
Plus,
I
you,
got you.
you're never gonna have as many eyes on you as you do right now, as
Yeah,
far as
right.
popularity.
When you're standing next to someone, whenever they ask, who do people tell you look like? And the girl says, Pete Davidson.
Ooh.
And she does.
Oh no!
And she does. Then you're like, okay, maybe I could. I was a 5 in high school and college, but all of a sudden I'm a 9 here.
Yeah.
At Pete Davidson's worst,
Uh-huh.
at his worst, he got English chick. What's her name?
Oh, what's
With the black hair.
Yeah, what is
Yeah,
it?
as soon as you said the English chick, it just shot it out of my mind. I know exactly what you're talking about. Serendipity,
Yep.
the dark,
Super
werewolf.
beautiful.
Yeah. I want to say Sabrina, but it's not Sabrina.
No.
It's not Dua Lipa, right?
No.
No, it's
No, the actress.
Little bit
Kate
older.
Beckinsale.
Beckinsale,
Beckinsale.
yep. We all did it together. Me slightly first.
He came out with a Kate. You got a Kate in there.
Who did you say?
I said Sabrina.
Sabrina. Oh, yeah.
I helped.
Yep.
That helped me.
Yeah, at his worst, he got Kate Beckinsale.
Yeah.
And then Kim Kardashian afterwards.
And Ariana Grande.
Oh, man. Yeah, but he
And,
got her at his best. He got Ariana
When
Grande
he
at
was,
his
had
best.
some heat. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, but and who knows, countless others that we don't even know. You know, just
Oh, sure.
That were just like random hookups.
right. Just the hottest girl in the club.
Yeah, I'm looking. There's a bunch of models and stuff.
I'm
Cassie
sure.
David.
That's wild.
Yeah, Cassie David. I think Cassie David's so hot. And plus she comes with $1 billion.
Yeah, Olivia O'Brien is the current one. They say. No,
I don't even know who she is.
It's funny because Carmen, you're all about Drake. Are you still all about Drake or no?
No.
Oh,
No,
Carmen.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
You know who's
been
all about
long
Drake right
gone.
now?
Who?
My daughter.
Oh, no.
Yeah, she found him.
She doesn't ever like care about him, but she knows all the music. She knows all the words.
Sure, she doesn't care about
But
him.
I
No,
saw
know she's
I saw a
We've
clip
talked.
the other day. It was Ellen DeGeneres and Heidi Klum was on there, and they were saying, "Who'd you rather?" And she had pictures, and this person, and it was like 3 people. You know, this one, and then this one, and then I got to Drake, and then it was just Drake. She just kept on saying Drake.
Yeah, I remember when my daughters were that age, and they told me they just like the music too.
she doesn't care. Like I know what she likes.
I know. That's what they said.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're so forthcoming with their fathers.
Yeah, my daughters
Oh.
are not that far removed from that
You
age.
guys are dealing with a different kind of kid. My daughter is so. I'm telling you, I took her last night to go get ice cream, and I've never been ridiculed and insulted by 2 people. My wife and my daughter ganged up on me last night. It was brutal. So my daughter, for a second, like Joey still thinks I have a little bit of cool in me, like because I can connect them with stuff. Juliana, nothing. I can't get her tickets to anything. She doesn't care about meeting anybody. None of that stuff matters to her. Last night, for some reason, she connected with me on something you're never going to even imagine. TikTok is what they all watch. And she said to me, I want to watch that movie on Netflix about the concert. And I said, Astro World, the what's his name? Travis Scott concert. Remember that one where the stage
People got crushed.
Everyone
and
people
stuff.
got
died.
crushed, yeah. And she goes, no, not that one. The other one with the fire, and it was crazy. And I go, which one? And she goes,
Right, White.
no. And she
Oh,
goes,
Firefest?
no. Well, that's I said Firefest. She goes, no, the one that had where they were throwing mud at each other, and it got crazy. And I go,
You were there.
Woodstock 99. She goes, yes. I go, I was there. And she goes, no, you weren't. And I go, yes, I was. And then my wife backed it up with a yes, he was. And she was very impressed with
Did
that.
you show her a picture of you with blonde
I
hair?
didn't have one on my phone. I said to her, I was there and I had blonde hair. And she said, why? And I explained
Did
to
you
her,
lose a bet?
kind of. I explained to her the situation and where it was and about Limp Bizkit and the door and all that stuff of Fred Durst going into the crowd and really what that started and the whole deal. I didn't tell her that I took acid for the first time ever that weekend. But yeah, she was very impressed that I was at Woodstock.
Wow.
Kind of like as if I would have been impressed if my parents were at the original Woodstock.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I finally felt like she thought I was cool for a second.
Do you think she went and told all of her friends? or-
No, I know that she went home and last night they watched the documentary.
Right.
So I don't know if she's still feeling like it's cool or if I'm a dirty scumbag now.
Maybe she'll become a Limp Bizkit fan. That'd be great.
I don't know. I kept trying to push that on her. Limp Bizkit, and she didn't seem to respond
Like,
to that.
look at these cool dudes.
Yeah, that was pretty. That was a pretty rough weekend. I was explaining also. This is one thing that I think my son got from me. He goes to these festivals, and he has like half-ass backstage passes. Like he'll get a pass through an artist or something where he'll have limited access, and then he just confidently walks his way around. And next thing you know, he's in catering and having lobster and hanging out with Travis Scott. And
That's
those
the
guys.
move.
Right. Which is weird because normally in everyday life, he doesn't seem like the most confident kid, but when he goes in that environment, it's like he belongs there. That was one of my biggest pull-offs ever was Woodstock. We didn't have necessarily any special passes or anything, but the Woodstock was not held on the farm like the original Woodstock was. It was held on a military base.
Yeah.
And I had to poop, and there were only porta potties. And I just walked into the military base, straight down. I didn't talk to anybody. People were looking at me. I went down, made a left, made a right, kept going, kept walking until I found a bathroom. Found the bathroom, and was able to go in there and make a number 2 in a nice air-conditioned closed bathroom.
Sir, yes, sir.
And when I was in there, they had showers in there, and I was like, I'm going to take a shower too.
Hey, all right.
I jumped in the shower, took a shower, and left out there. It was nice and clothes, wearing the same clothes, but it was nice and clean.
By the way, that's also the start to your comedy movie where you then have to go to war.
Oh,
And
yeah,
you're
because I accidentally went to the bathroom.
I was at the concert. We're like, get in line, soldier.
Who
Mike's
told you
war.
to get blonde hair?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be great. That'd be great. So it was that was a fun moment. That was also, Galvin, the time that Wooly Bully drove us there.
Oh, yeah.
Wooly Bully was a
Can I
400
pull
pound
over, bro?
Yeah, he was a 400-pound guy that looked like a Viking. He had blonde hair. He looked like any movie that has big tough Vikings in it always has that one fat funny Viking. He was the fat funny Viking, except he wasn't funny. He had a funny voice. He had a really high pitched voice, and he'd call everybody bro. And we were so mean to him. We were driving, and he was like, "Hey, bro," and I go, "What, Wooly Bully?" And he goes, "I think I'm gonna have to pull over. I'm starting to see double." And I go, "Oh, come on, Wooly Bully, another half hour." And he's like, "All right, bro." Yeah, I'm surprised we made it there alive. That was a fun time. We went to Woodstock. It was me and Spice Boy, and then a listener and a winner. Surprisingly, those listener and the winner were smoking hot chicken or friend.
Hey,
Really?
How'd that happen?
Weird how that worked out. I have no
Yeah.
idea. I have no
Surprised
idea.
you get some dirt rocker.
I think it was Mike Olivero probably doing us a little bit of a favor
Yeah.
on that one. Yeah. Well, that
Let's
was
see
fun.
who should be the winner, Derek or Amanda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I found out yesterday through Snapchat that one of our loyal listeners won the $1,000 in the Mike Calta vacay payday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. The guy that won, his wife videotaped him on the phone with the radio station, giving his information and stuff.
Oh,
So,
cool.
Yeah, so it's nice to see our listeners winning the $1,000. We'll do that again on Tuesday. Give you another opportunity to win Tuesdays and Thursdays.
I
So,
like it.
all right, that's all I got. You guys good?
Yeah.
I never win anything.
Well,
Ever.
Well, I say that, but when I was a kid, I went to the Ground Round. Does anybody know what the Ground Round is?
No, it sounds like a place that serves ground beef.
Yeah.
It was a like a little dinner burger kind of place in a restaurant.
Go on.
Well, I mean,
Gio's interested.
all right.
they had everything besides burgers too, but they would show movies during the meal. Mostly it was like Three Stooges and Laurel and Hardy type movies. And then that was the first place I ever went to where you eat the peanuts and throw the shells on the floor.
Okay.
And it was at the mall. So if you went to Ground Round, it was special. If you went across the street to Ground Round, like across the mall to Farrell's, that's when you were having a birthday party or something. That's when it's really, you didn't go to Farrell's unless somebody else was having a birthday party. But Ground Round had a thing where they had a giant stocking, must have been 7 feet tall, and it was filled with board games and all that other stuff, and you had to fill out a registration form and try to win, and I won the giant stocking. And that was, I could confidently say, at about 8 or 9 years old, winning that stocking was the last thing that I ever won. I've never won anything. I don't win on slot machines. I hardly win anything gambling. That was the only thing that I ever won. And my mother, as poor as we were, my mother had such a good heart. She made me give away most of the prizes inside.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, why? We have no toys. We're poor. And she's like, you don't need all those toys. Just get them and then give them away. So we went to like the hospital and handed
hospital?
them out.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Well, because there wasn't a lot of charities back in the
but
70s.
still, at least you give them out around the neighborhood, and then you're like the cool kid who
Right,
gave me the game.
Yeah.
No, I had to go to the hospital and give it to sick kids who were in the hospital. Nothing makes a kid feel more comfortable than seeing other sick kids his age.
Yeah, you get that way. You get no credit for giving it away. I'm not going to see this kid again.
I would have been like, do I get it back in a couple weeks?
Yeah.
Oh,
What?
Oh no.
It was happening.
wow. Holy cow! I had a day yesterday, man. It was just a long, busy day. I am now officially a taxi. It's all I do is drive kids around the neighborhood back and forth. It was a long day, and I'm looking forward to. I have nothing particularly planned for this weekend, and I don't know if there's anything happening that I'm missing or I'm going to promise to go to and then not show up. But I don't think that I have anything. I'm not invited to the Bezos Sanchez wedding, so I don't have to head out there. Okay. Is there anything happening with you guys? I know you were talking about UFC on Saturday. Is there anything else?
Yeah, that's about it. I mean, nothing really going on. You know, I did have an incident yesterday where I pulled up to my neighborhood, went to go in through the gate. Keypad is now digital.
Oh.
And does not have certain buttons that I need to get in. Oh. And I was like, what's this? First off, there's two guys standing by it, and I go, there? That's where you have the conversation? Beat it, nerds. Get out of the way. So then I pull up, and the keypad's there, and I go, this is new. I don't know what's going on here. So I hit a couple buttons and stuff, and I go, hey, you guys have anything to do with this? And they're like, see? Yeah. And I go, what's the deal? How do I? And the guy goes beep boop boop and pushes and it opens. And I go, okay. I go, do you know how I get on the list to get into my home?
Are you going to be here next time when I come by?
I'm like, and he's like, text this number, and he gives me a number and stuff. And I go, text him what? And he goes, your registration. And I go, that's not happening. Yeah, exactly. No. So I did text the number and say, hey, what is the deal? This and that, whatever. They didn't text me back. So I call my homeowners association management team. Very friendly lady there. And I go, hey, I just came in. We have a new gate code. It doesn't have certain buttons that I need for my code to be put in.
Like when you say that, you mean like a number or like a
star?
Okay.
Doesn't have the star button on there, and that was part of my code. And she goes, okay. And we both just pause for a second, and I go, I don't know if you understand what I'm saying here. I can't get in to my neighborhood. I go, was there an email or anything sent out? Because I didn't see anything. And she said, no. Oh, by the way, the guy at the front told me they put it on Facebook. And I go, I don't have Facebook. And she goes, well, blah, 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 this and that. And I go, okay, but I couldn't get in. The gate's closed. And I go, I pressed some button, and then it came up with facial recognition and wound up letting me in. I go,
that's big time.
Yeah, I go, but I don't know how that. And she goes, the gate was closed? And I go, yeah. And she goes, oh, the gate's supposed to be open. And I go, I would think so, especially if you're changing the thing, whatever. I go, because I figured it out, but some 75-year-old lady's going to be like,
stuck outside.
Henry, help, I can't get in. So then she said, yeah, they're going to email you and let you know all the information. I go, shouldn't they have done that before?
No, people are trapped outside.
Yeah, so I was just like, all right, whatever. So then I had to text my wife and my son. And I go, hey, heads up, here's the thing in case you guys get there. So,
don't come home.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, maybe before we change the entire security system of the neighborhood, maybe email the people that own the houses.
Yeah, well, they did a nice job emailing us and letting us know that they were redoing the guard gate here.
Yeah.
And I know that I've never been in the little guard gate room, but I know that it's big enough to have a TV and monitors and stuff. And then it also has a bathroom in there because there were been times where I've come through and there's been nobody in there, and then a guy comes out of the back room. So there's a bathroom in there. I don't know why, but they're redoing the guard gates. So in the meantime, they have everybody that's coming in has to go through the makeshift guard gate, so it takes 20 minutes to get in here every time. I mean, look, I'm not complaining and things have to be done, but it is a little bit of a pain in the ass.
I talk to the guard gates all the time, and they're miserable.
Because they're outside.
But yeah, they're in this little tiny, like one of those like steel crate things.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm like, how long are they going to keep you here? He's like, I don't know, man, probably like a month. I go, a month? He's like, yeah, dude, it's pretty miserable.
I don't know if there was plumbing issues or what the deal is, but they had to tear it down and rebuild the whole thing.
Yeah, it's gutted.
Yeah, it's been those poor people, man.
They've
been
like
sitting
miserable
outside in this clammy heat, and it's been pouring rain, and they have to go outside in the rain. It's just you're better off just opening it up.
It looks like it has AC, but it's just one of those little window units.
Right.
And it doesn't look like it's cooling the thing down.
They have to keep the door open.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
No good. No good. Carmen, how are you doing?
I'm good. Good morning.
Did you see the video I sent you?
No.
Oh, man. I watched the video last night on Instagram.
Okay.
It was a girl, straight up Carmen white girl, and she took like this white makeup kind of powderish cream stuff. I don't know. She put it on her face, but she put it on her face so that you can see the hairs on her face.
Oh, I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
like
watching it
that.
right now.
I don't like that.
Oh, and then but I got to tell you, it was very satisfying when she used that little thing and she scraped off all the hairs. And she
Yeah.
shaves her whole face, and she even has to shave her nose.
Yeah. And like, so that's basically kind of how my hair was. It was blonde. You really couldn't see it.
Right.
And then what messed it up was trying to do laser, because laser doesn't work on blonde hair.
Oh.
But no one explained that to me.
Why doesn't it work on blonde hair? They don't kill it at the root. They're hiding it. Like, I don't understand what the difference is.
Because whatever basically the follicle, it can't find it because it's too light
Okay.
because of the color of hair. So
Right.
the laser can't find it, is my guess.
Okay.
But
All
anyway, it doesn't work on blonde or red hair. But no one explained this to me. So I went and got laser done, which actually changed some of my hair. You know what I mean? Like on my chin.
Like color wise, or
Yeah.
Oh.
Like it made it darker because it was trying to get rid of it. So it was trying
Burned
to create it into hair that it could get rid of.
okay.
But at the end of the day, it wasn't going to work. So anyway, but the rest of my hair was usually like that girl's, all blonde. But again, those razors are not good for your face.
Oh,
So-
those little skinny razors that lady's using.
Yeah.
She says that it's all a myth, that it doesn't grow back stronger and darker, and that face that it's good because it takes that layer of skin off.
That is correct. It does
Okay.
not change. Like cutting and shaving your hair does not change the integrity of your hair or the structure of your hair. That's just age and hormones.
I think
and
it's safe to say
maturity.
my hair has no integrity left.
Right.
It's embarrassing.
But like shaving, the way men shave, that's been around for thousands of years. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it just makes more sense to do something that we know works, has no side effects.
Yeah.
There's like really there's benefits, not a lot of negatives. You know what I mean? Where these new razors, everyone thinks they're dermaplaning. They are not dermaplaning.
They're not dermaplaning.
They are just shaving.
Yeah.
Because when you go to an esthetician and get your face dermaplaned, they use a scalpel. They actually remove a layer of skin.
Ooh.
What she's doing, she is just shaving with a single blade razor.
I feel like everybody should go get dermaplaned every once in a while. Like a
Yeah.
snake, you need to shed a layer.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Is it really?
Yeah, your skin will like feel so soft and smooth, and it's just, oh my God. I'm obsessed. And it sucks though because it's so soft and smooth, like all you want to do is touch it.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't, obviously, because you just had a layer of skin removed.
Yeah.
But it is expensive. That's why I had to stop doing it.
Wow.
And that's why I turned to shaving because, it's just cheaper.
Sounds weirder than it actually is. But
Yeah.
Galvin, I spent a good amount of time watching Dancing Bear last night,
Oh, yeah?
and I figured it out. I
Okay.
figured it out.
Tell me.
So Dancing Bear is where strippers, male strippers, and a bear come out. They get naked and they go around. To
Bachelorette party.
Bachelorette party is type situation,
Right.
and they go around to different tables, and some girls partake and some girls shy away from it.
Right, because the stripper gets totally naked. It's not like a
Right.
stripper in a G-string. He comes out and he's like, here it is. Check it
Yeah,
out.
no, he's doing stuff. Yeah,
He's presenting it to
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
and some of them are accepting and some of them are
Right.
denying. Most of them get a little flirty, a little touchy, Then I noticed a common denominator on the ones who carry through,
Mm-hmm.
and they are wearing yellow.
Really?
So he knows who to go to.
So he knows who to go to.
Mm.
They either have a yellow accessory on, or they're wearing a yellow shirt or a yellow dress.
I'm going to have to do some more research because that,
Wait.
didn't, that
I mean,
doesn't seem to be my
I
findings.
was in it for about an hour and a half last night, and there was
God.
just like, well, Carmen, it moves slow because sometimes he'll popping around the room, and then he gets to one girl, and there's some activity going on, and it takes like 5 minutes. It gets kind of boring, to be honest with you. You're like watching the whole idea is to see him bouncing around to the different girls, and then after like 5 minutes, you're like, all right, move on. Then he gets to yellow. Once he gets to yellow, situation's over. Yellow is a caution flag.
I don't know. I'll have to. I did not notice that, but I'm not saying it's not true.
Yeah, I watched a couple of different ones last night.
Is it
Figure it out.
always yellow?
Well, it was last night. Yellow
Okay.
was the common denominator last night.
Oh yeah, so maybe there's different codes, like different nights at the nightclub. There's
Right.
different color wristbands.
Right. Well, it wasn't even. I noticed it wasn't even a band because I thought maybe some of them would have a special band on or something, but they don't. I noticed that the one common denominator, one girl had a big yellow bracelet on.
was
The other girl was
scrunchy.
wearing a yellow shirt, a yellow dress. So, and they were all yellow.
Mm.
I believe Coldplay had a song
So
about that.
I feel like what you're saying to me is if I just go up to a girl that's wearing yellow, I just
Do
take-
whatever you want.
Just take it out.
Just take it out.
Yeah.
And move to town.
What's up, Dancing Bear?
Oh, all right. It is finally Friday. Enjoy your day. We got a lot happening on the show today. Ronnie D and the boys from Deep Inside the Music will be here in the 9 o'clock hour. We'll go deep
Nice.
inside of music. I don't know what artist or what they're bringing to us today, but we'll find out a little bit later on. We do have other stuff to give away. Carmen will tell you what that stuff is when we come back from break, and we will play Sporkle next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone.
Closest you get is Sammy and Michael.
Nah, you don't get Van Halen.
No.
You know,
And you get David Lee Roth.
But I
With-
mean, you don't get Eddie. That's the whole thing you're missing out on.
That's the big one.
That
Oh,
stinks.
shucks.
Oh,
Yeah.
My life is ruined.
I think I'll survive too, Carmen.
Okay.
You don't even have any feeling towards that?
No,
Really?
no.
When we went to go see David Lee Roth reunite with Van Halen at the amphitheater, at the Amalie Arena, we paid for our tickets. So we never paid for tickets. We paid for our tickets. We were like, we're going. We want to be in the first couple of rows. We want to be great. That was when they came with Kool and the Gang. And we were excited, man. I mean, you never thought you were going to see, especially with all the success they had with Sammy. You never thought
And
you
how
were going
much
to
they
see.
hated Dave.
Yeah.
The big breakup. I bought my tickets off of StubHub, and they sent them to me, and it was for the Orlando show. And I didn't buy Orlando tickets. What are you doing? Whatever. And I had the receipt, and it showed that it was for Amalie Arena. So I called them and talked to them, and I was on the phone with them for about an hour. It was crazy. And my wife kept on coming in. She goes, "You're still on the phone?" And I go, "By the time I'm done with this, I'm going to be sitting on stage." I go, "Trust me." Because I had bought decent tickets, but they realized their mistake. And we were talking, and the guy said something, and I go, "Are all your calls recorded?" And he said, "Yeah." And I go, "Okay, you just said this, blah, blah, blah. I need to speak to a supervisor." So I spoke to a supervisor. The supervisor went back, listened to the thing, and he goes, because the guy basically said, "We messed up. We have to give you better tickets." So I wound up getting like third row tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah. And StubHub went above and beyond because they gave me third row tickets. They gave me vouchers for like $300 for other tickets and stuff and everything. But it was great. Yeah. And Van Halen. I mean, Van Halen's always been in my top 5 for sure.
Yeah. I think because I'm about 10 years younger than you guys,
Yeah.
I missed that. You know, I mean, obviously I know what Van Halen is
Sure,
and how
yeah.
important Eddie Van Halen is, but I could not care less about going to see them. Or I don't listen to Van Halen really, except maybe their hits when it comes up. But
What about Guns N' Roses?
that a little bit more. Yeah. I would go see Guns N' Roses.
I saw Guns N' Roses at Camping World Stadium, and when it was over, I went, they're all right.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah, but that was way after.
You
know
know,
what I mean?
yeah. I mean, it was a couple of years ago,
Right. Yeah.
But I mean, it was Axl Rose and it was Slash. So
Yeah,
seeing
but
them
Guns N'
together.
Guns N' Roses in the day,
Oh,
you know
sure,
what I mean? Yeah.
sure.
I when Guns N' Roses came out, I bought the cassette tape and I played it so much that I wore it out and had to buy another cassette tape.
wow.
Yeah.
When I think Guns N' Roses, the first thing for me that comes to mind is Use Your Illusion 1 and 2.
Oh yeah.
That's
Ooh,
that's
yeah.
just based on my age. That's what was, big.
But it's like Appetite for Destruction. There's not a bad song on that album.
Did you buy it at the music store in Montgomery Ward?
Yeah.
In Gulfport Square Mall.
I think that, or I may have bought it. I remember buying like the single at
Oh.
Walmart.
Oh, yeah.
because I couldn't
Single.
afford like the entire thing.
Oh.
That is the one job that eluded me my whole life, was working in a music store. I could not get hired at a music
Same.
store to save my life. I would apply here, and when I lived in Miami, I tried to get in Miami. I tried to, I was bilingual enough to work in the mall, and I couldn't, and nothing.
I thought if I could get a job at Camelot Music,
Camelot
in
would
have
Gulfview
been the
Square
best.
Mall, that
Oh.
it would be the greatest thing ever.
Yes.
I went to Camelot Music. I was like 16 years old. I had hair down to my waist, and I fill out, and the guy goes, "Yeah, everything looks great." He goes, "You'd have to cut your hair," and I go, "I'd have to cut my hair."
a
And he goes,
music store.
exactly. I
You're
go,
not playing for the Yankees.
even at 16, I go, let me ask you this. I go, somebody comes in and they're asking about Metallica or they're asking about Anthrax or something. I go, is he going to know about it? And pointed to this guy that was like 45 and bald. And they were like, he goes, I get it. And I go, well, I'm not cutting my hair for $7 an hour or whatever it was at the time.
It wasn't $7 an hour.
Yeah.
Like if I can go from McDonald's to Camelot, like,
yeah.
I'll work here the rest of my life, I think.
I had the worst jobs ever in Newport Richie, man. Working at that Perkins, I think took years off my life.
Well, didn't you do Dial America?
I did, but I was a supervisor at Dial America, so
Yeah.
it didn't matter. Dial America was this job, Galvin, that you get everybody worked at as a second job because they had shifts.
Right.
You either worked the morning shift, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., or you worked the night shift, which was like 5 to 10 p.m. And I worked at the radio station and went to school. And, I had a day job too, but sometimes I didn't have to work. But anyway, I worked at Dial America, and you would just sit there, and I worked in the confirmation department. So I'd go, Mr. Galvin, I'm calling from Dial America's confirmation department. Want to verify that you ordered 2 subscriptions yesterday, one to People Magazine and one to Time Magazine. Is that correct? And you'd say yes. And I go, is your address still 123 Main Street? And you go, yes. And I go, okay, your subscription will begin in 3 weeks, blah, blah, blah. You were charged this. And it was just a confirmation call to make sure that the salespeople weren't just putting in sales that they never actually made.
Right.
And most of the time, they were annoyed that they were getting a second phone call the second night in a row. So it was a miserable job, but it paid well, and it was easy, and you only had to work part-time. So I would do it, and then during the break, they would go outside and smoke, and I would just sit there and read the magazines that they had. And I remember Steve Brodsky, the manager, came over to me, and he goes, I notice you don't go out on the break with the other people. And I go, I don't smoke. And he goes, well, there's a lot of people who don't smoke. They go out and they congregate outside. And I go, I don't like hanging out with other people. And he laughed, and he called me in his office, and he offered me a job as a supervisor. And I said, all right. So then I went from like $5 an hour to $10 an hour.
Yeah.
And
he was like, this guy doesn't smoke and can tell that other people are losers.
yeah. I mean, that basically was it. The only difference is I had to wear a tie to work every day, and I had to, my job now was to listen to their phone calls. So I can pick up a phone, dial in a number of any of the people that are in there, and I could listen to them, and then I had to go and critique their phone calls. Oh, it was wonderful. It was an easy job.
I remember the big draw was that they paid like $10 an hour, which at the time was like, whoa, you're going to get $10 an hour?
$10 an hour, and in management, I didn't have to do anything.
Yeah.
It was great. It was great. It was a good time. All right, Carmen.
Yes.
What do we have to give away today?
Okay, so we have tickets for Bone Thugs and Harmony with 3-6 Mafia.
Okay.
We also have tickets for Suicide Boys.
All right.
And A Day to Remember and Yellow Card.
I don't have control over the phone, so I'm going to need you to handle that for me if you don't mind.
Okay.
But now it is time for us to play a little Sporkle. Here we go. Carmen is the keeper of Sporkle. Pap is your judge and scorekeeper. I won yesterday. 1 win in a row. And there's no streak currently right now. Carmen, what are we playing today?
All right, today we're going to be playing Words with a double N.
Whoa.
Can you name the words that contain
I'm going to sit this one out.
NN in it, okay? Right. Your first one. The phrase game, set, and match comes from tennis. Oh. Galvin. Straight between 2 large bodies of water. Straight between
Canal.
2. Galvin. Pirate ships artillery.
Cannons.
Mike. Only NN U.S. state without a U.S. monopoly property.
Minnesota.
Geo. Olympic decathlon gold medalist. Galvin. Largest German-speaking city with outside of Germany. Largest German-speaking city outside of Germany. Vienna. Irish brewery founded in... Mike. Human form used to display clothing.
Mannequin.
Galvin. Estonian capital. Estonian capital. Tallinn.
I love when you say it and none of us have any idea. I don't
Yeah.
feel so
Yeah.
stupid.
Collectively, the people employed by an organization.
Boy, no, that's stupid. I'm an idiot. Damn it.
Collectively, the people employed by an organization. Personnel.
That's what I was going to say.
Cape Canaveral Space Center named for
Kennedy.
a president. Geo and Pap, we're halfway there.
Gio and Michael both have 2 points on the board. Galvin is ahead by 2. He's winning with 4.
All right, we're playing words with a double N. Your next one, Beatle, who wrote
Ringo.
the ballad
Lennon.
Nope.
Lennon. Mike. A baseball game usually has
Inning.
9. Galvin. Artistic representation
Painting.
of Mary,
Nope.
mother of Jesus. This is a bad clue. Artistic representation of Mary, mother of Jesus.
Virgin.
Madonna?
Madonna, Joe.
Madonna.
Didn't give Mike a chance to
Yeah.
answer.
You buzzed Galvin.
She buzzed me.
No point.
Neither of these guys even answered.
I said Madonna.
What a jerk. No point.
You can, no point. You
Yeah.
cannot take that from Joe.
Scumbag.
General who crossed the Alps with elephants.
Hannibal.
Mike. Something that links two things together.
Connection.
Connect.
Geo. Hot red pepper used to flavor
Habanero.
dishes. Hot red pepper used
Cayenne.
to flavor dishes. Mike. Grassy, tropical, or subtropical plain. Grassy, tropical, or subtropical plain. Savannah. Destroy utterly, leaving no
Annihilate.
trace. Mike. Deadly nightshade. Deadly nightshade.
Oleander.
Nope.
Belladonna. An animal that eats its own species.
Cannibal.
Mike
Oh, I don't like this comeback. Shut it down. Let's go.
and Pap, we're on the last 3.
Gio has 3 points on the board. Galvin has 5.
Oh, no.
And Michael is your leader right now. He's winning with 7.
What the hell happened,
So-
Cannibal?
Thank God Joe stole one from Mike.
Cannibal? Yeah, I know, right? Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
Son of a bitch.
All right, words with a double N. Last 3. Here we go. Thick condiment made from egg
Mayonnaise.
yolks. Geo. Soft woven fabric, often
Linen.
used for plaid shirts. Soft woven fabric, often used for plaid shirts.
Denim.
Flannel.
Flannel.
Damn it.
Flannel.
No point. And your last.
Where are we, Joe?
Oh, man.
Gio with
can't be
4.
caught.
Galvin with 5. Michael
Damn
with
it.
7.
Damn it.
And your last one.
Stupid.
Make a public statement or declaration. Announce is what I was
I-
looking for.
I also said it.
You said announcement.
I
Everyone
said announce. I said announce. I swear over my children.
That's fine.
Joe?
Yeah, I said announcement. He won anyways.
Your final score. Gio with 4 points on the board. Galvin ahead by 1 with 5. And Michael is your triumphant champion today. He won with 7.
Oh, thank you.
You suck, Joe.
I tried to help you. You
What?
suck.
How'd you try and help
He
him?
took one away from
You
me.
throw the
But-
whole
but-
game off.
Also,
I
you
was the
can't
only one that
help.
answered. You guys, neither one of you answered.
No.
So it could have been either one of you that got Madonna.
Mhm.
So technically, he took one away from either you or Gio.
I was about to say Madonna.
I
Mhm.
I saw your
I
list.
said it.
You were like
I
this.
said it, and they didn't give me the credit
Mike
for
said
it.
it.
Gio
Yeah.
was like this. She was.
I was like, man, no.
Nice.
Yeah.
Or you just enjoyed something. You're like,
Jerk face.
Well, congratulations, Carmen. If you could pick a line for me, that would be swell.
Will do.
All right. And then Carmen will award somebody a prize here during the break. Galvin, what do we have coming up in news?
Coming up in news today, paid to poop, free Bert, and wonder why.
Paid to poop.
No.
Yeah.
I wish somebody would pay me to poop.
Well, you should listen to my news.
All right. I'm very excited for it now. We'll take a quick break. Galvin, as your news, we'll do that next. The guys deep inside the music will be here. It's Friday morning. Good morning. This is the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Galvin,
Yes.
who should we take on this cruise if we should take anybody? Should we take a comedian? Should we take a band? Should we take more station people and less comedy?
I say yes to all.
I agree with all of that,
Right?
too. Yeah.
Bring them all. Let's have a band. Let's have a comedian, and let's bring some other people from the station.
I mean, it would be great. That would be great. The more, the merrier. It's always a better time.
You know, do you want like a band that's a big touring act, like the band that's out there? Or
No,
you
I want
just
a
somebody
fun band, yeah.
Let's see Matt and Zach. They look like they're fun.
I've never seen Matt and Zach, although
I saw a clip of them the other day on John Senning show. And they're
Yes.
doing stuff, whatever, and they look like they're,
they might be great.
yeah, and that's just two guys with acoustics,
Right,
You know,
right,
so
right.
it's not
It's
like loading up all this stuff and all the gear and everything like that.
Yeah.
Bring them. Bring maybe one or two of our comedian friends and a bunch of people from the station.
Is there anybody from last cruise that's now out?
Oh, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
There's always someone from.
Who
the
is that?
last
Who's
cruise
out?
I mean, Gio brought it up. Who would you leave out?
I brought it up.
Yeah, you just brought it up. I just heard
Who's
you.
that?
Is that me?
I'm asking you guys what you think.
I mean, it is your cruise, Mike.
Yeah, I know.
So-
I'll make the final decisions. I'll make final cut.
I'm trying to think. I didn't have any problems with anybody. I don't
Gio's
think.
talking about Dizzy.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Dizzy
Why?
or Gio didn't want Dizzy to go last year.
That is true.
Gio's question was, "What does Dizzy do?"
Right.
What would you say you do here?
Tell me who they are. Name the people, and I'll tell you what I think.
Dizzy.
No.
Corey Cardinal.
Yes.
Mike Cernak.
Yes.
Who
Only
else?
because he's fixing my computer as we speak.
Cernak was a ton
No,
of
I'm
help.
kidding.
Yes, he was.
Cernak,
On the
yes,
cruise.
Yes.
John Senning.
Yes.
JoJo.
No.
No JoJo
All
this
she
time.
did was hook up with other dudes.
Oh, she's out?
She didn't try to make out with me once.
You're married.
You
And-
shut your mouth.
And maybe if you came out to the pool, she would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
not-
hung out with JoJo. She was a great
I'm not a
time.
pool
Yeah.
makeout guy. I'm not a pool makeout guy.
We were drinking margaritas at happy hour. It was
No.
awesome.
Well, JoJo out.
JoJo
Oh,
out.
wow. Wow.
Whoa, man. Now you and JoJo are going to have a rift.
Maybe now you get a room with a balcony.
Yeah, I can have JoJo's room. Can I have JoJo's room?
We'll see.
JoJo is so nice. She offered me her room.
She's a sweet girl.
Yeah. She's like, she's like, if you really want a balcony, you guys can move in here. I do not care.
Sweet. She's
Yeah.
very sweet.
Yeah.
But
You
no,
s-
she's out.
You say out.
Out.
John Senning said out for her too,
Mhm.
I think.
That's why I said out. John called me. And
Yeah.
He goes, JoJo goes, I'm out.
Johnny B.
In.
All right.
Johnny B, part of the show, sings, joyful at all times,
Does comedy.
does comedy. Johnny B brings it. He is in.
I think Johnny B's mad at me now.
Oh,
They're
why?
being ripped. Because I said there was slim pickings when you asked me to build a morning show.
And you
said-
picked Mo.
I picked no.
Yeah.
And Johnny's not slim.
Yeah, and I guess Ian heard some stuff and he thought I said some things I shouldn't have said.
Oh, like what?
I have no idea.
With the double N?
I just heard a clip from the show and they were like talking about how I didn't pick anybody for my fake morning show.
Yeah.
Gio seems like a real jerk.
Yeah. I'm like, listen, I'm not under
You love Sam, though.
the fantasy that anybody would want to work with me. I've been like kicked off every show.
Yeah.
Not this show, Gio. Who
No.
brought you home?
Not yet.
Who adopted you from the HC, what is it called?
Oh.
SPCA.
SPCA.
Yeah, I adopted you and took you in.
Yeah, you did. Thank you.
Treated you like a full member of the family.
Thank you. Thank you.
At any time, did I make you feel like a stray? No. I
No.
brought you in and made you part of the family.
That's true. That's true.
Thank you very much. All right, who else?
You're not a step producer.
No,
That's right.
no.
That's right.
Who else? I can't think of anybody else.
Mike Olivero?
Oh, of course.
Yes.
It's not even a question.
Carmen?
Yes.
Hmm.
Chad? No. Out.
Wait, why?
Because he doesn't bring shirts. He never wears a shirt, and I don't like
He's
it. It
bringing
makes,
us down. He doesn't
makes-
wear a shirt in the pool.
makes me uncomfortable.
What about
It
Joe?
ma-
What would you say you do?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
Joe.
about it?
Joe
No.
out.
All right.
I mean, Joe is the king of the cruise.
No, Joe was aboard the last
What?
cruise.
Oh, really?
That's because he brought his girlfriend.
Yeah, big bore.
Really?
Yes.
He wore the same outfit every night.
Didn't change his clothes.
Didn't change his clothes.
Didn't need to.
But he did, when the waiter asked him if he wanted any appetizers or anything, he did say,
Oh, wow.
And he brought me what I wanted.
He
did.
Weirdly
Yeah.
enough.
Speaking of tongues over there.
In the past, Joe was way more fun.
Yeah,
get
he settled
outta
down
here.
now.
Yeah, it was just no, he was a bore. Barely saw him.
Get out. You're just
What do you-
being a scumbag.
Did
like
he was
usual.
roaming right? Listen, they asked my
What are
opinion.
you
I
saying?
said,
Without Spanish, he's no good.
I wouldn't go that far. I would
I mean-
just say Cruise Joe this year was just kind of a bore.
Also, the video he made
Oh,
was
you guys-
amazing.
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Yeah, that's
Unbelievable.
true.
Yeah.
I
Never
did
mind.
not see it.
Back in.
I think he had a drone.
Oh, yeah. Should have seen it.
I did see it up in the
Fantastic.
air. Yeah.
Yep.
He also changed his name to Ryan.
I changed it back when it was over.
That's his nom de plume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're out, Joe.
Hey, man, that's fine with me.
Yeah.
I enjoy the time off at home.
No, you still have to work.
Oh, all right.
I don't know who else there is. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'll tell you what. Too many people went last year.
Oh,
Yeah.
I agree.
Too many.
Too many people? Like too many listeners or too
No.
many people from the station?
Too many people from the
Okay.
station.
Yeah.
An unnecessary amount of people from the station went.
You think?
Yes.
See, I like the cruises that we had like someone from every show.
Yeah. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying you don't need everybody from every show, and you don't need salespeople, and you don't need 10 people from management and all that stuff. You just need a skeleton crew like it's been in the past.
John Brennan.
Yeah. Unnecessary.
Yeah, I agree.
Unnecessary.
Ian Beckles didn't go last year, but went the year before.
Yeah.
Out in.
He's an attraction. People like to be there with a former football player and with a guy that they hear on the radio.
for a second I thought you said he's in traction, and I was
Yeah.
like, what happened to Ian?
No. Fully functional.
Okay.
Fully functional.
Ian's a fun hang.
Also,
Ian's
Ian
great.
apparently can communicate with dolphins. Did you see his video on Instagram?
Oh, I saw the dolphin. Yeah.
Yeah, just swimming right next to him.
Yeah.
If you know, that's a good thing to have on a cruise ship.
He's like Aquaman.
If we get in trouble, yeah, Aqua Ian all of a sudden
All right.
calls out for some dolphins.
Bobby out.
Bobby out.
Oh,
Bobby doesn't want to go.
Don't want to go. Yeah,
He's done enough.
I don't blame him.
Yeah. He's like, let me chill out. I'll come back for the 20th one, which made sense.
yeah,
Mm.
that'll be good.
What about Roughshod Todd?
I mean, that's up to him. I can't stop a guy from going.
He's going on a cruise today.
Is he really?
Yeah.
I just realized. So we have the Beach Club Friday, and we have off this Friday and Monday for 4th of July weekend.
No, next Friday and Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, not today.
Today's okay. Well, I'm
Yeah,
just
a
making.
week from
Listen,
this coming Friday.
the way you say stuff gets me nervous.
What do you think? I was just going to shut the mic off and walk out of the room?
I
Hey,
don't
what
know.
are we doing here?
Yeah, exactly.
We have that happening, and then the Bone Beach Bash is right around the corner, and then I have my family vacation in August, which I'm very excited about. I was totally forgot. I was almost like depressed thinking last night. I was looking at pictures from when we used to travel. We went to Japan, and we went to England, and we went to all these places. And I'm like, we haven't done anything. And will we even be able to go as a family anymore? And I mean my family and my brother's family, because our kids are older and we got grandkids now. And will we be able to do that? And then I realized we do have a trip coming up. We have a trip coming up in August. I'm very excited to go.
Where
How
are
it
you going
works.
in August?
Don't you worry about it.
How is your brother dealing with being a grandfather?
Loves it.
Yeah.
Loves it. He's Pappy.
Oh yeah.
That's the name
Pappy?
he chose. Pappy.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Does he know Pap Pap?
I don't know. he wanted to be Pappy for some
right.
reason.
All right.
That's approved. That's approved, John.
Okay. Yeah.
Are you still allowed to be by the baby or no?
Oh yeah. I went and saw the baby last weekend.
Don't look directly at it.
Yeah.
Can you take pictures yet?
The best is yeah, you can take pictures. I put one on Snapchat last week. I was joking around with Tommy, my nephew, who Tommy is the size of a building. Like he's not
He
just
is a
big.
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
He's massive.
Yeah.
And he's the guy at the bar when you roll up there and there's a guy at the front door and you go, Jesus, look at that guy.
Yeah.
That's Tommy.
Where he has to move out of the doorway so you can get in
Yeah.
because he's blocking the entire doorway.
And I said, I grabbed the baby and I sat down with the baby and I go, Tommy, is it okay to kiss on the mouth now? Like as a joke? My nephew Billy thought I was talking to Tommy. Turned around, he goes, "What are you guys doing?" And I go, "No, not Tommy. I'm not climbing that mountain." Yeah, no,
Couple
the
more
baby.
years, Billy. You get kisses on the mouth.
The baby's cute. I like playing with the baby. Just babies smell good and they just lay there and they look at you like trying to figure you out. see what's going on. Carmen, I wish you had a baby.
Yeah,
I wish you had a little light skinned baby.
that has come up quite a bit lately.
It has?
Oh.
Yeah.
From who?
White Devil?
White Devil. Yep, she has brought it up.
When you
my-
gonna give me a grandbaby?
My father even brought it up.
Well, does he know about Chad?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
he's met Chad. He likes Chad.
Happy.
But yeah, and then obviously, everyone is always like, "You guys would have such a cute baby."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You thinking about it now?
No,
At all?
even though I will say I got my notification from my tracker. Today is my best day to get pregnant.
Oh,
I am-
All my
really?
way over.
I am fertile. It
Really?
says.
All right.
Yeah, I'm in my follicular phase.
Oh, I'd follicular the hell out of you.
How old are you now?
I'm 34.
Yeah, you're getting up there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you don't
Oh.
do it now.
The window's
Yeah,
closing.
your
Oh,
your
yeah.
tracker saying now or never.
Mm-hmm.
No, basically, no. I'm pretty sure if I got pregnant now, it'd still be considered a geriatric pregnancy.
High risk.
Yeah.
Ooh, what
Because
happens?
of my age.
What happens if we have to talk you into it and then you have a baby and there's something wrong with it?
Oh, man.
I don't think you're gonna change my mind on that.
You never know. Like you would, you before you would know. Like I don't mean just us, but like Chad and Chad's mom and David, and we all talk you into it. And then you're like, all right. And then they're like, hey, Carmen, you were too old. Your baby only has 8 fingers.
Oh my god.
Carmen's
Oh,
gonna have
finger Willie.
Carmen's gonna have a baby, and then she's gonna have to ask Chad, "Is it like me?"
Oh.
Like Forrest Gump.
It's smart or is it?
You know what? Ow.
Like me?
You guys did it. You made up my mind. Not happening.
There's a little baby with a beard drooling.
Oh, Carmen has to shave the baby like the little Grinch.
Yeah.
Oh,
What about Auntie Holly?
Well,
Oh, she wants us to have a baby too. When last time we talked, but
yeah.
that's
let me
been
know
a
when
minute.
Holly wants to have a baby.
Yep.
I gotcha.
Have you not still not talked to Holly?
Yeah, no.
Oh wow. I'm on your side on this one.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I
She's a
reached
mess.
out. I just said, "Hey, how you doing?" She said, "Good, working." I said, "Cool." That was it.
Does
And
Holly
that's-
come on the cruise?
If she wants.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll
Sweet.
pay for that.
She
That
gets a
is-
sweet.
That is all you guys.
Put her in JoJo suite.
I mean, she'd definitely be better there than JoJo was.
Why are you anti JoJo?
I mean, I'm not
Anti-
anti.
You don't like St. Pete Sam. You don't like
Yeah.
JoJo anymore.
JoJo went into the arms of another man, and it broke my heart.
She did?
Yeah.
Ooh.
JoJo.
Yeah,
JoJo.
JoJo
went
squared.
into the arms of JoJo.
Yeah. Broke
JoJo
my heart.
squared.
What if you could only make out with people that are the same name as you?
Oh,
No.
That'd be-
That-
well, watch out, Mike.
Yeah.
Where am I going to find a Galvin?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to check in with that Galvin. He has today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
What do we have in news today, Galvin?
Today's top story, former Tampa Bay Rays star Wander Franco was found guilty of sexual abuse of a minor on Thursday in the Dominican Republic. His sentence for illegal sexual relationship with a 14-year-old girl is reportedly a 2-year suspended prison sentence.
Is that a Dominican thing?
I don't know. It's very weird. He's not going to jail.
Yeah,
If
not
that
going to
was
jail.
my daughter, we'd be having problems.
Well, if it
Wasn't
was,
she like 17?
No, she was 14.
14.
Oh, okay.
And if it was your daughter and you were getting paid and you offered it up, it's a whole different story.
Oh, because the mother is going to be in trouble too.
Well, yeah. So I have that. So allowing him to remain free so long as he meets certain conditions, such as not approaching minors for sexual purposes. Prosecutors had been seeking a 5-year sentence. The minor's mother, who was convicted on sex trafficking charges, reportedly received 10 years in prison.
How did she? What did?
Because she was pimping the kid out.
Yeah, he paid the
He
mother.
was paying her tens of thousands of dollars.
I mean, I'm not saying that she shouldn't get it, but
He
he should
also-
also get it.
100% agree.
Yeah, and he actually did the act.
Yeah.
The laws must not be as strict there.
Franco
Insane.
was accused of having a 4-month relationship with the girl and transferring thousands of dollars to the mother to consent to the illegal relationship. He has experienced separate legal issues since returning to the Dominican Republic, including accusations from 2 other girls.
Oh yeah, that's what they say. They said it's very common down there, and that that it's possible. I wonder if he gets away with this one and we gets busted for another one.
So I have a question. I mean, obviously he's done. He's done with baseball. He doesn't play Major League Baseball ever again. Does he have that money? Was that some of that money guaranteed? How much money was guaranteed? Do we know?
Well, the Rays gave him the biggest contract the Rays ever gave a player. It was like $120 million.
Raise up.
It was like an 11-year contract for, I think, $120 million. And the fact that he's on the restricted list, they don't owe him that money.
Oh,
wow.
Wow.
I think he gets what he already had, like bonuses and stuff, like to sign, but they didn't have to pay him during this entire process.
So let's talk about this for a second. Do you think that he has a mental issue, or do you think that this is a customary thing from where he is from?
I don't know.
It says their laws, age of consent is 18.
Right. But
so I'm just,
it seems pretty common that they are, not that it makes it right, but it seems pretty common that people are hooking up with younger people and that everybody kind of knows about it.
Right. Isn't that kind of a thing for Dominican Republic? Is you go over there and it's like, yeah, do whatever you want. You know, for a sandwich you can get.
Right.
Oh, I was wrong. $188 million contract is what he signed.
Wow. Well, that's still that they don't have to pay.
Yeah.
So this says, let's see, restricted list. Contract still exists. Despite the charges in restricted status, Franco is still under contract with the Rays. He signed an 11-year contract extension. Club includes an option for 2033 and could be worth up to $223 million with incentives.
Yeah, it was the most the Rays ever paid a single player.
Yeah.
He was going to be the face of the franchise, and he was.
And he's like what, 23? 24.
I mean, he was on his way to being a massive superstar, face of the franchise, and this is why we can't have nice things.
I mean, also, this team is playing great, and he'd have been on the team. He'd have been a star.
Huge,
man. His team is playing great.
Like, he was really going to be a superstar.
Yeah.
And just like that, gone. What a scumbag idiot.
I think about it. Yes, obviously, I have a daughter that's similar to that age. It makes me want to punch him in the throat. But what I'm saying is that is it just so common down there that that's just what everybody does?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Because he was 21 at the time,
right? And that is still a big age difference, and you don't mess with a kid that's under 18. But if that was a common thing, and you don't really know any better. Yeah, I mean, we know the law, but everybody.
I feel it's more like people know that you can go there and get away with that. I think is what the thing. Not that it's this is part of our culture. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's still scumbag stuff, whatever. But people are like, yeah, that's where you go to do it. You know, just like Thailand. You know, Thailand is weird and you can do a lot of stuff. Your mic's not on.
It is.
No, it was not.
It was not.
Stop
on.
pretending that it was on. Ridiculous.
But I can tell you. Like now looking back on it, now that I know, you know what I mean? And when I was 14, I had guys who were 21, 22 hitting on me.
Sure.
Trying to hang out with me. You know what I mean? They'd be
that
like,
would make me feel so dumb to have to be 21 and hit on a 14-year-old girl. You're 18, you're just graduated from high school. That'd be the cusp of where I would do it. And I'm not trying to be like, I would never.
But there are plenty of guys. I mean, I'm sure you have been at a high school party where there was a 21 or 22-year-old, and you're like,
yeah, but that's always that one loser guy.
Right?
Yeah.
But he's the one who brings the booze. And like where I'm from, it was a really small town. There was multiple of them who like went away to college for a year, dropped out, came back home, started working with their dad, and then they would always throw parties and invite the high schoolers.
Yeah, there was a guy, Rob, that we knew that would get the booze and stuff, and he would come over, and my friends would be like, Rob's so cool. And I go, Rob's a loser. Rob is over 21, and he's hanging out with high school kids. I go, that's not cool. Yeah, we'll use him to get our booze and stuff, and let him think that whatever he does with the girls is on their thing, whatever, but yeah.
It's interesting. We had Bamboo, who is a Vietnam veteran, and Bamboo used to hook us up and let us use his place, but he would never be there. He didn't want to hang out with us. He was just like, don't let the man keep you down. He'd get us beer and he'd let us use his crib, but he never wanted to mess with us or the girls especially.
Well, from Wander Franco over to Justin Tucker, former Baltimore Ravens kicker Justin Tucker has been suspended for the first 10 weeks of the 2025 regular season after the NFL found that he violated its personal conduct policy. The league announced that on Thursday. Tucker, who is 35, was accused of sexual misconduct by 16 massage therapists
Yeah, it's kind of on him.
from 8 high-end spas and wellness centers in
What
the
if he
Baltimore
just got
area.
a big wiener?
Yeah.
And he just
Can't
couldn't
control it.
Couldn't
Like
control it.
Like the hurdle guy yesterday.
Yeah. It was always just flopping out.
So get this. Tucker can serve the suspension as a free agent and is free to sign with an NFL team.
But he can't play.
If he were to sign with the team, he could attend training camp and play in preseason games before the suspension starts on August 26th. Then he would be eligible for reinstatement on November 11th.
I don't know. He's a good kicker.
So let me ask you this. By the way, he's a good kicker. He was the best kicker in the NFL of all time, best kicker. And do you remember last year he wasn't kicking? He wasn't kicking well. There was like a wild. Do you think that's what this? He knew this stuff was coming out, and it was in his head.
Probably.
He probably knew the NFL was investigating, and they're probably going to suspend me.
Because we didn't hear about it until later, but he knew about it. And because I remember sitting here and talking with Martin Gramatic, I go, "What is going on with Justin Tucker?"
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Did he just fall off a cliff? Like, is it a certain point where you get older?
35 is pretty old for the NFL.
35 is, and it's like, is that it? Or now we know, is this it? Because it is very much a mental game.
Well, Deshaun Watson got 11 games, so they gave him one less. 10. I guess
But
maybe.
Deshaun Watson was also doing the massage thing, right?
Yeah.
And Justin Tucker was doing it where he would come on to the girls, but so would.
That's kind of what Deshaun Watson was doing as well.
Yeah, very similar.
But I feel like Deshaun Watson was more aggressive.
I don't know about being more aggressive.
Was there a situation where he put a girl's hand?
Maybe.
Was that something about, or where Justin Tucker, we heard that he just like left residue and would show
Stuff.
Yeah.
Like, hey, check out this.
Right.
Well, he'd be like excited.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, that you can't control.
Yeah.
Move
I'm
this
excited
goalpost.
during most of the show.
Wait a minute.
that towel.
Yeah. You think he would see Deshaun if he's doing that all the time,
Right.
And then he sees what's happening to Deshaun Watson. Maybe I should probably just shut it down. I should not keep going with like 60 girls or whatever it was.
Yeah. You know what's so funny is I say I'm kidding around. I'm like I'm excited right now. When I get a massage, oh my god, I'm almost petrified.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes back up into the system, into the hole, and
You're going to the wrong place.
yeah. Yeah, well, I always feel like, especially when I went to Ian's girl, and she used to beat me up, the last thing I thought about was sex during that thing. I would feel good and bad at the same time.
Yeah. If you're going and getting a massage and they're just barely touching, doing little finger stuff, you're
Which
like, ooh.
Which also is okay. Like sometimes that's a nice, relaxing kind
right,
of massage.
but I'm saying that as opposed to let me get in there and knead out the stuff, and you're like, oh, good Lord, are you mad at me? Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
If you're Tucker, you've made $50 million over your career. You're done. Just go off and disappear.
Yeah. Do you try and play for another team?
You're 35. You didn't play that great your last season. You made a ton of money already.
You go out tarnished like
And
this.
as soon as you join a team, all the stories are going to be about that.
As soon as you join a team, as soon as you miss a kick, why don't you massage it,
Yeah.
you idiot? You know what I mean? Like, and people are going to be holding stuff. The opposing team is going to be like,
Yeah. I had a huge career. I made $50 million. I'm 35. I disappear for a couple years.
Which really stinks because he was the greatest kicker. He was unbelievable, and now this is all people remember of him.
Yeah, well, them's the breaks.
Yeah.
He probably would have been, considered possibly like Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, statistically, he would have to be.
It's like him, Vinatieri. Those are the ones that are up there.
Yeah, those are the two big names. Yeah. Wild. Unbelievable. One more sports thing. Tonight, the 2025 NHL Draft is happening tonight, 7 p.m. on ESPN. Check it out. Watch all these 17 and 18-year-olds become multimillionaires.
Nobody's watching the NHL Draft. Nobody knows who any of those people are.
Doesn't seem like it.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like it.
Because you're drafting from college, and nobody watches college hockey.
And you're drafting from foreign countries,
Right.
and yeah,
You just you hear about it, and you hope that you get one of the names that you've heard about.
yeah, and somebody else will let you know if they're good.
Right? Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, okay.
I'll get a Sports Center alert, whoever the Lightning take, and then I'm like, oh, okay, that sounds
Exactly.
And
cool.
we have
Yeah.
no opinion either
And-
way because
no.
we have no idea. Who they
Like,
are.
yeah, they say he's good.
NFL draft huge.
Massive.
NBA draft not as big. And a NHL draft, you're like,
nobody
No.
cares.
And MLB even lower.
oh, I don't even know if they have a draft.
Yeah.
Too many teams, too many people.
They're guys
Yeah.
with the minors and they're out of high school.
Yeah. I got to tell you, I watched The Rookie the other night. It just happened to be on The Rookie with Dennis Quaid.
Dennis Quaid. That's a great movie.
Where he plays for the Devil. I got to tell you, it's a great movie.
Yeah.
Because I remember watching it before, and then I was watching, and I was like, this, I mean, it's just a lot of heart. And you're like, oh, good for him.
Yeah.
You know, and he's the coach and
Yeah.
the thing, and you're
But
like,
then you look back at the real story,
yeah.
and they were like doing anything to put asses in the seat, and they just, they hired that one guy from Chicago that did that hired the midget and all that stuff, and they were just doing things to get asses in the seat. So they went out and got this old guy because it was a good story and ended up making a movie about it. It ended up being an okay picture, but the movie way better than the real life story, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was a good movie. And Dennis Quaid's great.
I got to tell you, I am absolutely amazed that somebody can throw the ball 100 miles per hour.
Oh, sure.
And the accuracy.
And the accuracy and the control that
Could
they
you
have over it.
imagine standing at the plate and
No.
letting someone throw 100 mile per hour fastball at you?
No.
No way.
It's funny when they'll do like videos of just like amateurs trying to hit like 100-mile fastball, and it's just
When
almost
David Wells
impossible.
threw the ball, you stand in the batter's box, and it looks like that ball's coming right at you,
yeah.
and you could hear it flying through the air, and then it goes and drops down and you're like, how do people hit this?
And whenever they show the changeup or the knuckleball or different stuff, and it's not rotating at all, and then as it comes in right before it gets to your bat, it just drops.
Drops,
yeah, it's amazing.
Same thing with the hockey guys. When you see they can put the puck like just
Anywhere they want.
exactly where they want to put it.
Yeah.
Right.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went in goal with the Lightning in the 90s, and Chris, what was his name? It was Dino Cicerelli, and what was that one dude's name? Chris Gratton. Gratton would go, where do you want it? In the shoulder? And he just popped me in the shoulder with the puck. Cicerelli hit me so hard, I still feel it in my chest. it was bad.
Hockey goalie has got to be just it's insane.
Worst.
It's
why would you ever?
It's not. I mean, you're wearing all that equipment, and then you're moving with the skill of a cat. You know,
Yeah.
it's impossible.
And they're like the giant guy. They're all like everybody's around you trying to block your view and stuff.
Yeah.
And then it's coming at you at like 100
it's
miles
such
an hour.
a frustrating position to play.
Jeez.
The U.S. and China have signed an agreement on trade, President Donald Trump said, adding that he expects soon to have a deal with India. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick told Bloomberg TV that the deal was signed earlier this week. Neither Lutnick nor Trump provided any details about the agreement.
Oh.
We just signed with China the other day, Trump said, late Thursday. It follows initial talks in Geneva in early May that led both sides to postpone massive tariff hikes and were threatening to freeze much trade between the two countries. Later talks in London set a framework for negotiations, in the deal mentioned by Trump appeared to be formalized in that agreement. The president likes to close the deals himself. He's the deal maker. We're going to have deal after deal, Lutnick said.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Deal after deal.
Making deals.
With us in China.
Making deals.
China.
No details, just deals.
It'll come.
We got a deal. We got a trade deal.
What,
All right.
What happens? Trump makes peace in the Middle East.
Mhm.
He settles it. He has a ceasefire between Iran and Israel, and gets Iran to agree to not have a nuclear program.
Mhm.
Then he goes over between Israel and Palestine, and he helps a ceasefire over there
Mhm.
and some sort of agreement.
Still worst president ever.
No,
That's what
no,
people
I know,
will
but
say.
this is what he does. He does that. He does this. He fixes the tariff situation. He makes America profitable. We're still in debt, obviously, because the deficit's so bad, but we're making headway, and all that stuff goes good. Does he try to run for a third term?
Yes.
I think
He
either
does,
way.
right?
I think either way he tries to, but that just puts it over the top.
Maybe he's like,
always
I
puts it
brought
out
peace
there.
in the Middle East. ceasefire, Iran, no more nuclear.
He'll say that the first election was stolen from him, so that doesn't count.
It's true.
Yeah, since the Biden election was stolen, that doesn't count. I should get a third term.
I wonder what would be the reasoning and how he would try to do that.
Or does he just put in Junior or Ivanka and then he still runs it?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know that they get in as easy as he would.
Did we discuss? Can he be vice president?
He can.
Yeah, okay.
He can, but I don't know that.
I thought that you can if you've already been president.
I think you can, because I've asked that question before. If you
yeah,
have
I know we discussed it. I don't remember.
Former president be vice president, and I believe the answer is yes. But does J.D. Vance pick Trump to be his vice president? I don't see that happening. It'd be weird, but I wonder how ready this country would be to change those rules if everything goes great for the next couple of years.
Yeah.
Although there's still a good majority of this country that hate the guy.
Right. That's why I said even if he does all those things, he'll still, he's the worst.
The worst ever.
You know. This is an interesting story. A 28-year-old Florida deputy named Justin Register from Polk County Sheriff's Office resigned on Wednesday after he was caught stealing cash during a traffic stop.
Idiot.
Register had arrested a driver for not having a valid license. He took the guy's wallet and phone and put it in his patrol car's trunk for whatever reason. 2 other cops showed up and they saw Register returning to the car's trunk multiple times. Eventually, Register returned the driver's belongings, and the driver said, "I'm missing $300 in cash."
Oh.
Everyone started looking for it. That's when Register went back to his trunk, opened a rifle bag, pulled out some folded cash and said, "Oh, here it is."
Oh.
It was obvious enough to the other cops immediately. They immediately reported to their supervisor. In a statement, Sheriff Grady Judge said, "It makes me so angry I could chew the bark off oak trees."
Did he really say that?
Yeah.
That's the word the words he said?
"It makes me so angry I could chew the bark off of oak trees."
That's a good Grady Judge.
Because
I
he
love him.
betrayed the community's trust. That's why he's not law enforcement officer anymore. Register was arrested for theft, and the sheriff says that he would have been fired if he didn't resign. The department also said that all of its cops' previous arrests and traffic stops are being audited now.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Sure.
have
If
to.
there's any other complaints.
Because if you're taking, you could be planting, or you could be making stuff up, and this and that. Yeah, it's terrible.
It calls everything into question at that point.
That's
Right.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I tell you, the ball's on the other guys to rat him out.
Yeah.
Not that they shouldn't have.
It's not the
but
70s anymore.
it's hard. You got to break that blue wall.
Right.
Yeah, but if he gets caught and you find out that you knew, then maybe you get roped into it as well. Like, why didn't
Right.
you say
Oh,
anything?
sure. I understand. I mean, they're breaking the law. That's what you got to do. But it just
Yeah.
takes some balls to rat out another cop.
And with all the body cam stuff and everything, you didn't see this? You guys didn't see this right in front of you?
Right.
Maybe you're not that great at being a police officer.
I don't
you
want
know?
to lose my career because this guy's an idiot.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Interesting. The manager of a jewelry store got caught stealing expensive jewels after she shared selfies of herself wearing them on vacation.
Stupid.
Photos taken by the shop manager on a cruise proved to be her undoing, as she was found to have stolen more than $135,000 worth of diamond, silver, gold, and bespoke jewelry. She admitted to the theft and was sentenced to 28 months in prison.
Wow.
Yeah.
You can't. You're never gonna get away with it. I don't know how many times I gotta say it. You're never gonna get away with it. If you got away with it once and it went fine, don't try to do it again, and certainly don't take pictures. You gotta be
Right.
smart
the
with
thing.
what you
And
do.
if you
yeah.
steal $135,000 worth of jewelry from your jewelry store, sell it and buy other jewelry if you want
Yeah.
jewelry. You know what I mean? So that it's not this. Hey, didn't we have that in the store? It
Right.
looks like Sarah's wearing that.
that blue sapphire Sarah
Exactly.
has on her necklace.
Yeah.
We've been missing one just like it.
Not too
So
great.
dumb.
Well, the car's in my mother's name. It's okay.
Take it back. A lifeguard was impaled by a beach umbrella in New Jersey on Wednesday.
Oh.
The umbrella went through the woman's armpit and came out her back.
Oh.
Yeah. Thankfully, she's in stable condition. Sounds like she's going to be okay. But I guess windy day, umbrella. Think about a big, heavy umbrella getting pushed by the wind and just shunk right into you.
Through in that soft spot in your armpit.
I think of old school. Is this bad?
Yeah.
Is this bad? Oh no.
Yes.
Is this bad?
Oh, so terrible. A new report says that 67% of American consumers say they are reducing spending on everything. The three areas they're cutting back most are.
All right, let me think about this because we're reducing spending.
If you're
too.
reducing spending, what are you cutting back on?
Funko
Well,
Pops.
No, I don't buy a lot of Funko Pops. They're
No?
gifts.
Bijoubies.
Balubus.
Boo-boo-boos.
Uber Eats.
Oh, yeah.
Uber Eats, that's a good one, Joe.
Big
well,
one.
it says restaurants, Joe, so I'll
Okay.
tie that in with it. Going out or ordering in.
All right.
So either one of those, yes.
Amazon.
No.
Shopping.
New clothes.
Yeah.
And shows like going out to concerts or different venue stuff and entertainment. It says.
Can I just tell you what's so great about Amazon? Good luck with your wedding this weekend, Jeff Bezos.
Here's some stuff about him.
I have a Norelco razor, one of those that you kind of it has like the three heads on it. It's an electric razor, and never use it. I've had it for probably 10 years. But I don't use it because I don't have a plug for it. Finally, I just went on Amazon, $6, ordered the plug, came here this morning.
It's amazing.
Ordered it last night.
Yep.
While I was in the shower, I ordered it, and it showed up this morning, 6 o'clock this morning.
It's like Jeff Bezos can do whatever he wants.
Whatever he
I
wants.
don't care.
Whatever he
I
wants.
don't
That girl
care.
better give him butt stuff.
Yeah.
He can go to the Dominican Republic, have sex with a 14-year-old.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah, if
I
he wants
don't
to.
care.
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos, maybe not Dominican Republic, but some lesser countries.
He'll order it.
Yeah. Yeah.
They'll be delivered. to him.
His gift to the world far gives him a free pass.
Yeah.
But like Rob O'Neill, the guy who shot bin Laden, got a DUI. We don't let that guy go.
Right.
We don't let that guy go. They got a DUI. And I'm like, yeah, he's celebrating. He's leave him alone. He shot bin Laden.
Yeah.
You pull that guy over and you run his thing and it says guy who shot bin Laden. You go, let me give you a ride home, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You give that guy a break.
Yeah.
And no taxes.
Yeah, but
No,
they
Zach.
actually gave him a court date for having a DUI.
Oh, come on.
Rude.
Stupid.
He's an American. What'd you make?
He's
the
an
court
American
date?
hero.
4th of July.
That's right.
What's
Idiots.
your contribution?
Yeah. What'd you do?
You arrested the hero.
Trying to stand on his shoulders to make yourself tall.
Mhm.
Get out of here. YouTube is increasing its minimum age requirement to stream on the site to 16
That
Beginning on,
makes sense.
on July 22nd. Users between the ages of 13 and 15 will still be allowed to appear, but they'll need to be visibly accompanied by an adult.
Okay, that makes sense.
Probably
There's
good.
too many kids.
Yeah, but do you know how many 13 and 15-year-olds that are making $1 million a month that
They
are
can
like,
still do
what?
it.
Are
They
you
can still
kidding
do
me?
it. They just need their parents to get them locked in.
Hey, Dad, I'll pay you $50,000 a month to
Yeah.
stand behind me while I do this stuff.
That sounds crazy, but it's 100% happening.
It totally is. It totally is. And I'm just unboxing stuff, and I'm making millions of
Yeah.
dollars, and I'm 13 years old. Wild. Here's some science stuff for you. China unveiled a new spy drone that is the size of a mosquito.
Oh, we were talking about this after the
Yeah.
show yesterday.
The U.S. has similar bug-sized drones, but not quite as small. So
I think we do, and
Yeah?
then they're not going to tell you about it.
All right.
Yeah,
well,
they don't want you to know.
And then would you in a million years try this? Would you let this happen? Researchers in China came up with a new way to treat sinus infections. And it says it works already on animals. They've tried it on animals. Instead of antibiotics, they shoot a swarm of microscopic robots up your nose. They think the technology could be ready for prime time in 5 years.
So they shoot the robotic things up your nose, and then they're able to control them.
Yeah, so I
So
guess
they
they're
can go
going to.
and yeah,
Yeah,
I
I'm in.
might do that.
Oh, no way. And it goes to your brain, and then they take you over, and, all of a sudden you're like, I'm going to have a glass of milk. I'm going to kill the president. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, maybe.
No, I'll give it a shot.
really?
Yeah.
I
I
think,
agree. I'll let Gio give it a shot.
Yeah, I think I
yeah.
wait until 5 years after you give it a shot and see how it goes.
Because I think eventually that's how all medicine will be. There'll be little drones they can
Yeah,
send in
eventually.
and repair organs and stuff.
And, I mean, it's just like right now. Are you getting a car and letting it drive by itself?
No, and I was reading those Tesla cabs in Austin. There's tons of problems with them.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
They're crashing. There's all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Like there's a ton of incidents.
It's just some things we're just not there yet.
No.
I mean, you're not going to get there unless you start doing it.
Sure.
So we've come a long way in a
Unless
short
you
amount
have-
of time.
Idiots like Gio that let him put robots in his nose.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm in. Let's do it.
You can now get paid $35 per poop in Japan.
Why Japan?
Well, and also only if your poop is good enough. It's a pharmaceutical
good
company that is researching gut bacteria, and they say only 5% to 10% of people have poop that is high quality enough for their purposes, what they're looking for.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right. I don't know what they're looking for.
I think
I
you
don't know that I necessarily got it, but if that was a job, I can. Well, I don't know. Lately, I've been backed up.
Well, you can try it out. Just poop in a box and write Japan on it.
Just send it over there.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't worry.
Joe, mail it for
Don't
me.
worry. The
Okay.
post office will lose it. Terrible. Terrible. This doesn't really make any sense to me. You know how there's all these different hacks and stuff that they have, and you're like, oh, that's a cool hack. This doesn't seem like a good hack at all. It doesn't even really make sense. A TikToker's landline mode hack for an iPhone is going viral. It's a custom version of Do Not Disturb you can set up so it still lets your phone ring. Then you leave your phone in a specific spot in the house, like a landline phone.
Okay.
It's supposed to let you focus. So, in other words, you're just leaving your phone in
all
another
right,
room.
I get you.
That's
So yeah,
Dumb.
that is pretty dumb.
And why you do not disturb, but it still rings? I don't understand.
If you can't control yourself with your phone,
Yeah.
then you got bigger problems.
Are you talking to yourself right now or
Yes.
not? Okay. I was just making sure you're giving yourself affirmations.
I was laying in bed last night, put the phone down, picked the phone back up, put the phone down. I couldn't fall asleep, so I just kept checking the phone. And all I could hear is Carmen going, every time you look at it, it sets you back 2 minutes or whatever you were saying yesterday on the show.
Yeah, like they just say like that light, the blue light or whatever.
Yeah.
It basically stimulates your brain so it keeps you awake.
Yeah.
That's
So-
future Mike's problem.
Yeah. So anytime you wake up during the night, you should not look at your phone.
Well, I can't help it. It's right there, and it's constantly making noises. Raccoons at my front door.
I put mine on Do Not Disturb.
Yeah.
You do?
Same.
I need to know what's going on.
No, there's because you can go in and set the things that'll come through, and there's
Yeah.
only a couple things. There's
Right.
a short list of people that can contact me, and my outdoor cameras go off.
Both my kids have doors from their bedroom that lead onto a balcony.
Yeah,
And, Joey, I'm not even so much concerned with as much as I am Juliana. And the other night, it went off. The alarm went off. The Ring doorbell went off at like 10 o'clock at night. I opened it up and I looked, and there were two little kids sneaking through the back door. They're just neighborhood kids that stop by to say hi. But, I need to keep an eye on that stuff.
Yeah, sure.
First of all, if it's not kids, and second of all, if it is kids, I don't want boyfriends making their way through the back.
yeah.
That and with that Weapons movie coming out where all the kids just run out of their houses. You got to see if they run out with their arms out to the side. You don't know what the hell's
Yeah.
going on.
Yep.
I remember watching a Dateline where there was a girl that was like, I don't know, 13, 15, something like that. She waited for her mom to go to bed, snuck out, and they had, obviously everybody has cameras and stuff, and they see her run down the street and then get in a car and go.
No.
Never saw her again.
Oh, see, I
and
can't.
she was talking to some dude online and stuff.
Ugh.
Yeah. How rough is that?
I can't handle that.
Yeah.
I can't handle it at all. The good thing about the Ring doorbell is you can talk through it.
Right.
So imagine being a 12-year-old kid sneaking over to your friend's house and then all of a sudden hearing, go away.
Yeah.
I just got out there and I go, go away.
What does your wife call it? Driveway ghost?
Yeah. Every time I'm in the backyard, I hear, ooh, it's the driveway ghost. I go, shut up, dummy.
This sounds like something, Mike, you would enjoy.
Okay.
Would you like to go on a coolcation?
Yes.
Do you know what a
Much-
coolcation is?
I would imagine it's a vacation that's not to the Caribbean or not someplace hot,
Yes.
someplace where it's cold.
The new summer
Yes.
travel trend is coolcations.
Where is the cool K? Where do they go to?
It means skipping the summer heat and traveling to somewhere with cooler temps. So places with mountains, lakes, forest, whatever, so you're not going to, like you said, to the beach. Or
I
to
went
the
on a
Caribbean.
coolcation in June, and we went to Alaska.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only time you can really go to Alaska is in June because that's when it's, those months, summer months here. But it was still pretty goddamn cold.
Yeah.
You can go up to like Smoky Mountains in Tennessee, and it'll be up in the 70s.
Yeah, 70s, but I'm talking about it was in the
Yeah.
40s in Alaska.
Right.
Yeah,
So-
it was wild because we were going to go on a coolcation a few years back because my son had never seen snow. He's born in Florida, lived in Florida, whatever. So we were talking about going to the Poconos or going to Michigan or doing something like that. And then I was like, outside Vegas, they have snow and stuff. And we did. And it was like 70
Yeah.
degrees, but it was snow and we were tubing and stuff. It was great. It was a lot of fun. Today is two different national days. Today is National Sunglasses Day. How often do you not wear? Do you wear
I
sunglasses?
never wear sunglasses.
That's so weird that
Always.
you raw dog. I
Yeah.
always.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, I have 4 pairs of sunglasses just in my car.
If I don't have my sunglasses, I'm pissed. I'm like, oh no, like right away.
100%.
I'm like, my day's gonna suck.
I can't stand being outside without
No,
sunglasses
same.
on.
It's awkward for me to wear them.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Because they're too small on your head?
No,
or
I
what?
bought actually
I bought-
giant head glasses
Same.
too.
Same.
No, I don't know why they just bug me.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a must.
Carmen, you wear sunglasses. I saw you with your aviators on the other day.
Yeah. I usually wear them, but the only thing that sucks is I can't use my phone with them. I don't know what it is, but like if I'm in the passenger seat or if I'm out, like filming stuff, I can't see anything on my screen with my sunglasses.
Oh, because you probably have polarized lenses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have to take them off. So I'm always constantly up and down with them. But like this weekend, we have a 7-on-7 tournament. So I'll be filming and I take my
We
golf.
have it.
What?
We have a 7-on-7.
Yeah.
Team
Okay.
mom.
No. I am officially a coach, bitches.
Oh! What
kind of
does that
coach?
mean?
Coach Carmen, what's up?
What does that mean, Coach Carmen?
I'm
Means
a-
coaches are only allowed on the sidelines.
No, the athletic director Suarez made Chad put me as a coach.
Yeah, it's like Gio said, so they give you more access.
Yeah. Like
Well,
you can't
no.
just be hanging out. Girlfriends can't just be hanging out on the sidelines.
Yeah.
You got to be
No.
a coach.
No, not that. Basically, so I can have more responsibilities and I
Okay.
can have like more because like you have to be a coach through the Hillsborough County
Right.
to be able to ride the bus, and you
Right.
have to have like a certain amount of coaches per kids on the buses.
And if you were to give any of the kids a ride or
Right,
anything,
right.
it's weird if it's just some lady. But now if it's a coach, it's a different story.
Right.
Coach him up, Coach Carmen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Coach Carmen is official. What's up?
Are you going to be running the linebackers or what are you doing?
Listen, it's slowly but surely I will be a position coach at some point.
Defense, offense.
69.
Yeah. Whoa.
Easy
all right.
guy, high school.
Wanda
Oh, sorry.
Franco.
Calm it down.
Wanda Franco.
So we have a 7-on-7
Wow.
tournament this weekend.
Sorry, Coach, I was unaware.
Yeah.
Exactly. And but so like when I film, I take my golf umbrella with me and I hold it and then I film. And then that way I don't need sunglasses.
Good idea, coach.
That's where we're going with this conversation.
Oh, you should get like a headset and stuff during the season on the sidelines.
I'm gonna get one of those toy ones.
Yeah.
That's what it
Yeah.
looks like it.
And just look all serious.
Yeah.
Wow, good for you, Carmen.
Coach.
Yeah.
Call her coach. Just
Yeah.
coach.
Sorry, Coach.
Thank you.
Can I get a Coach Carmen jersey?
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh.
We should
make
come up
them.
with Coach Carmen merch.
But yeah,
Oh, Carmen, you should get all your jersey stuff like the brand coach. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Coach.
that would be expensive.
Carmen, what if we sold shirts for the benefit of Chamberlain? We sold Chambo, Coach Carmen. It says Chambo in the front,
CCC.
Carmen in the back, and then 69.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
I don't know. I
Okay.
don't know what your number is.
Right. Yeah, we can figure something out. But yeah, definitely. Listen, anything to raise money, I'm in. We're still working on that stuff with like Johnny B and so yeah.
Oh, comedy show.
Yeah, the comedy show.
So do you still got to make the chicken nuggets now that you're a coach, or do you
Yes.
moved on past that?
No, I'm
You
still
do?
Yeah, I'm still team mom / coach
No,
Carmen.
you got
But
you got to delegate now.
no, not yet. Well, listen, eventually, hopefully, there are they did announce like the school is changing to a technical school in a couple of years, so that will be a huge help to the
Okay.
team
The
and
staff
everything
up.
like that. Well, and just the parents of the kids that,
It'll
go
draw in
there.
more people. Yeah.
We'll draw more people, but yeah, it's gonna be like I want to say like a medical tech school, and they all have like other programs like that. So it'll definitely draw in,
Okay.
kids with parents that can be involved and stuff like that. So, but that doesn't start until 2026, 2027.
Coach Carmen.
All right.
Yeah, but yeah, it's official.
Will you send your new baby to Chambo?
I'll send them wherever Chad goes.
Oh, man.
All right.
So today is National Sunglasses Day, and it is also National Bingo Day. When was the last time you played bingo?
B12. I love bingo.
Yeah.
Me and Monica have been trying to go for like months now.
I'll go.
I told you my mom used to play meat bingo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never told us where it was.
I forget where it is, and like the prize is like steaks and stuff.
That's
and different
great.
kinds of sausages.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'd play meat bingo for
Yeah.
sure.
So it's
Me
like
and
you-
Monica want to go, Gio. You need to
Yeah.
find that out and send it over because
Carmen, I'm just letting you know
I
right
want to
now.
go so bad.
If you play meat bingo, you might get pregnant.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
I bet it's like in some VFW hall in Newport Richie or
That's
something. But
where
hey,
it should be.
That's fine. I'm in.
she gets T-bones and like different steaks and meats and all kinds of
She
stuff.
still does it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Find out. Let us know.
Once a week.
Yeah.
The prosecution gave its closing argument yesterday in the Diddy trial. The defense goes today. So Diddy trial almost over.
Wrapping up.
The defense called no witnesses,
Huh.
and not even Diddy. So it made it very easy. And then I saw new charges today against Diddy and his son, saying that they lured a girl in. I'm sorry, it was a guy. They lured a guy in for sexual assault.
Wild.
Yeah, that is so weird.
I was reading that they think they're only going to be able to get him on the racketeering charges.
I don't know. I haven't been able to follow
It's tough to follow.
because you can't watch it,
Yeah.
Right.
and you're only hearing about other people's reports of it. So you,
Right.
you don't really know what's going
You
on.
got to read a lot about it. But yeah, the last thing I read was they don't know that the all the sexual charges are going to stick, but the racketeering charges will. Is like what some people think.
All I know is Diddy will never be the same.
No.
Never be the
No.
same.
I mean, he's got to have good lawyers, though. I'm sure he's got the best money can buy.
Right, but he's going to run out of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not
That's
going to
a
be able to
lot
have
of
12
money.
Kookaroos anymore.
Yeah, it's a lot of money, and who's going to want to work with them and all this stuff.
Oh,
And
there'll
have
be
you-
plenty of people that want to work with him
Yeah.
still, yeah.
Have you guys seen the pictures and videos from the raid that were leaked?
With all the baby oil and
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah. I did see a
and
couple.
literally just boxes and boxes of baby oil and I can't remember what the other lube was.
Yeah.
You know,
But-
KY maybe. You know that Johnson & Johnson's like, come on,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
like giant tubs of like 100 bottles of
I think
oil.
it was like Astroglide or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
But
Yes.
but literally, it looked like an Amazon warehouse.
Yeah.
With all the packages and boxes of it, it was insane. He even had it in like a cigar. What is that called?
Humidor.
The humidor, yeah, and it was just filled with baby oil and Astroglide.
What is
I,
going
It
on?
was,
I like my baby oil room temperature.
yeah.
Do you remember the Osbournes, Sharon and Kelly talking about P. Diddy's Willie?
I don't, but
Mm.
They were like, I bet you P. Diddy has a big Willie and it's shiny and
Mm.
smooth.
oh
And they were
yeah.
talking about now, I just think about it greased up.
Oh,
Yeah.
and not with them. You know,
No.
they were looking more
But-
at Jack and Ozzy.
It was other.
What?
I said Jack.
Jack, as in his son Jack.
Yeah.
And also
Jack and Ozzy.
Ozzy.
Jack and also
Jack and
Ozzy. Yeah, but Diddy apparently he was watching other dudes. He would bring other dudes
Oh,
in
he
Yeah.
was doing things with other dudes.
to hook up with the girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Like a pimp.
I mean, it's just weird because you think of a guy like that. And did you see TMZ got his ex at the gas station yesterday, just pumping gas? Oh my God, is she incredible looking?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
And to think he's banging all these hot chicks and dudes. It's just hard for me to imagine.
Plus, I think he definitely had both Tupac and Biggie killed
Why though?
because
Money.
he benefited the most from it all.
Yeah, but I mean, Biggie was his best friend.
Was he?
I don't know.
I mean,
Or
but
did he
was-
say no?
Yeah.
And was it Biggie was the star and he was just the side
producer
guy,
and
the
yeah.
producer, whatever. I want to be the star.
Yeah. I'm Batman. I don't want to be Robin.
Yep.
Yeah, he didn't want to be Frank, not Sammy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I gotta be Sammy because I'm black.
You take them both out. Now you're like the guy, the mogul.
Dude, I can't stop thinking about that movie, Get Him to the Greek.
So
Because
good.
Diddy's so good in that movie.
Yeah.
It's great.
And then you made me think earlier when you were talking about Dennis Quaid. There's one scene where one of the girls is banging Seth Rogen. She goes, "Oh my God, you're so hot. You look like Dennis Quaid." And he goes, "Dennis Quaid, Randy, maybe."
yeah.
Diddy in Maid with Vince
Maid
Vaughn.
is great, yeah.
Diddy's fantastic.
Great.
You drinking the witch after dinner?
Yeah.
Cardiff Giant.
The Jeff Bezos, Lauren Sanchez wedding festivities kicked off yesterday, and celebrities have been pouring into Venice. So far, they've seen Kim and Khloe Kardashian, plus Chris, Kylie, and Kendall Jenner. Ivanka Trump is there, Jared Kushner and their kids, Oprah Winfrey, Bill Gates, newly single Orlando Bloom. Tom Brady is out there.
I saw that.
Leonardo
Saw it,
DiCaprio, Usher, Carly Kloss, I don't know who that is, and fashion designer Diane von Furstenberg.
So Tom Brady's dating that Irina Shrank.
Yeah,
Is that her name?
the
She was
model?
the one that went out with the raccoon from Guardians of the
Bradley
Galaxy.
Cooper.
Bradley Cooper. I can't believe that's the way I'd identify.
Yep.
She went out with Bradley Cooper. She's pretty hot, but I don't know. I mean, he seems to like that model type.
Yeah, that's right in his wheelhouse.
No.
I think we all like
Well,
No, but I mean, I think there's plenty of other hot girls, but he likes that tall, skinny, I got to look kind of thing. He likes that model look.
By the way, Carly Kloss is Joshua Kushner's wife.
Who's Joshua Kushner?
Joshua Kushner is Kushner. Kushner, yeah. American businessman and investigator. Is he Jared's brother?
I don't know.
I would
Maybe.
imagine. But yeah, he's his brother.
Yeah, Tom Brady's new girl kind of looks like Angelina Jolie a little bit. She's got that look to her.
Yeah.
Like, see that?
Yeah.
I
mean, she's sexy.
Blank.
Oh, sorry.
She's sexy for sure. And yeah. But I mean, is that like to me, I like Brad Pitt's new girlfriend better.
I don't know who she is.
Yeah.
Let me see. What is her name?
I don't remember. If you say it, I'll know.
The girl that remember when Brady was still here and it was rumored he was dating some chick and ride around in an electric Hummer?
Yeah.
That girl was way hotter than this girl.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think that there's like that girl is beautiful, obviously, this Irina girl, but to me, that's not my type. Like,
Same.
yeah, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't kick her out of bed.
But that like supermodel,
right, I don't like that.
Look,
It's
yeah.
too clean. I want a
Inez
little dirty.
de
Inez,
Ramon.
yeah, that's her.
I like more like girl next door look.
Yeah, I like you know who I think is sexy as all hell is John Cena's wife.
Yes.
John Cena's wife is gorgeous to me.
Yeah.
I got to
That-
tell you, I'm not mad at Brad Pitt's new girlfriend, but she's not Brad Pitt caliber. She got a little bit of a horse face.
But I think that that's good. I think that adds a little character, and I think that I mean, I wouldn't say horse face.
And she looks a lot like Heidi. What was the
Bloom?
No.
Heidi Fleiss?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, Heidi Fleiss was very much the white trash version of that girl.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Seems like
Kind of looks
that.
like Jen Sturger a little bit.
Now Jen Sturger's hot. That's a good looking woman.
Subway is offering a Happy Gilmore meal that includes one of 4 cups with different characters. You got Happy,
Okay.
you got Shooter McGavin, you got Ben Stiller's Hal. You're in my world now, Grandma.
Check the name
And
tag.
Happy's new caddy, Oscar, which I believe is Bad Bunny.
I don't know.
I think so.
I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it is. I got to tell you, Bad Bunny, I didn't want to like him. He was on Saturday Night Live when he did that Shrek skit with the Please Don't Destroy guys. It was fantastic.
I don't really get Bad Bunny. I don't understand what he does, and I know he's a singer and all that stuff, but I know he's at a targeted group, and I'm not in that group.
Yeah, he's more international, you know.
I'm glad Happy Gilmore 2 is going straight to Netflix. I don't have to go see it in the theater.
Right.
Yeah, because I want to see it, but I wouldn't.
You know
wanna,
it's gonna stink.
I wouldn't want to go to the theater. It might be good.
It's gonna be as good as the first Happy Gilmore.
Swartzen said it was great.
Yeah, but he's in it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, the guy who is number 1 paycheck comes from Adam Sandler.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
What's he gonna say?
Brian Wilson's cause of death was respiratory arrest with sepsis and cystitis as contributing causes. He also had neurodegenerative disorder, obstructive sleep apnea, chronic respiratory failure, and chronic kidney disease.
Jeez.
And I don't want to get old. I mean, that's...
But also, you don't want to do the amount of drugs that he's done over the
Yeah.
years. And if he's got sleep apnea and he's not treating it, I mean, clearly he's been told some things that he's ignored.
yeah, a
He
lot of
doesn't
stuff.
seem like a vision of health.
Yeah, but also, how old was he?
Well, he's got to be in his 70s.
He was
Not
82.
80s,
So
yeah.
yeah,
82.
that's a hell of a life.
Yeah,
Good run.
yeah, all 80 years old, 60 years of doing drugs.
Rock star your whole life.
Yeah,
Right. Whole life, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was
And-
a kid.
definitely a genius. I'm
Yes.
not taking anything away from him. Definitely a genius. Definitely on a different level than most people. And when it comes to music, but also that it could be the thing that eventually was his downfall because it made him crazy.
Also, Joe, you can identify innovator.
Oh yeah,
Innovator for
that's
sure.
right.
The Grateful Dead's 1977 concert film is coming to theaters and IMAX in August to celebrate the band's 60th anniversary.
Boo.
Oh, can't wait.
You're not going to go?
No.
Not going to go?
I don't like anything about the Grateful Dead.
Yeah.
I like the Cherry Garcia ice cream.
The only thing I like about the Grateful Dead is watching Miles Teller dance. Watching guys do weird, awkward dances to the Grateful Dead.
Yeah.
Now, if you told me that you had tickets to go see the Grateful Dead at the Sphere, if I wanted to go, I'd go, okay, I'll check that out. But I am not interested in going to any other Dead shows. I don't want to see a 13-minute jam session for each song. I don't really particularly like their music. And I don't hate it, but I don't like it.
We were talking about what bands would be good for the playing in the Sphere. Eagles are playing in there. Grateful Dead, we thought would be interesting. Fish, obviously, was a huge thing. Whatever.
The Backstreet Boys are about to play there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
But like, who would really utilize the Sphere as part of their thing? I forget who I was talking to the other day, but they brought up a really good band that I think would fit in there very well. You're not a fan.
So U2 I thought was really good. The Eagles, I don't think you're really utilizing the Sphere, but certainly a big enough band to where they could be doing a residency. I think a Lady Gaga would be somebody who would be good there. A Taylor Swift, somebody who utilizes the entire arena.
Can you imagine
for
if
a
Taylor
show.
Swift played the Sphere? It'd
No,
be
it'd be
crazy.
insane.
the ticket price would be astronomical.
Yeah.
What about this band to utilize the Sphere? And it's a big band, and I think in that venue would really be cool. Tool.
Yeah.
I know you're not a fan.
That
but
would be
think
huge.
Not
about
that I'm not a fan. It'd just be a lot of black shaky light.
No, their show, they have all kinds of, the time that I saw them, they had these big floating spheres that
right,
were floating
like
and huge visual
Maybe
show.
I just don't know enough about them.
Yeah, they put on a
Maynard
big
is
show.
very visual, weird stuff. I got to tell you, Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
Limp Bizkit was, what's his name? I'm sure he would come up with all kind of
The Tool
crazy
show
stuff.
that I saw, man, you couldn't even see him. He stood in the back,
Right.
in the dark,
That's weird.
but there was all kinds of
And
weird,
then he plays.
trippy.
Then he plays Jenga.
Yeah,
And then he play like
yeah.
Jenga on stage.
But yeah, Tool would definitely utilize that.
right. And
Okay.
they have a big enough following where that would sell out. You know,
Huge.
a whole month.
Yeah,
Let me just see if you like any of these songs.
I'm
Out.
good. Yeah,
Out.
Joe, I think would love that.
No, I think the Flaming Lips would probably be a good show.
Oh, that would, yeah. The Flaming
know,
Lips would be great. I don't
'cause-
even know their music. I just know that they're so visual.
Yeah, exactly.
Talking Heads would be good.
Right, something like
Yeah,
that.
somebody that, you know who else would be good? Ozzy.
Yeah.
Ozzy
yeah.
would be
Yeah.
good.
Would have
something
been
like that.
good.
Yeah. Well,
would have been good.
Yeah.
Now they're just gonna wheel them out there.
Oh, Miskina.
When I saw the U2 clip and they made it look like they were playing in front of a gas station that was in the
Yeah.
middle of the desert, that was pretty cool.
it is amazing to be in there and to see everything right above your head. And they got
Yeah.
drones flying in there, and it's pretty amazing.
I would like to go.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's find something that'd be cool, and we'll all go.
All right, I'm in.
Can't say we can't say we won't go because we've been going.
Yeah,
Germany. Did you see this?
I'm in.
The 18-wheeler
I
hit the
did.
bucket
That was
truck.
wild. Yeah.
There was a guy in Louisiana that was working on a bucket truck trying to change a
he's in the
traffic
bucket.
light.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
saw the bucket,
Oh.
and an 18-wheeler made a turn and clipped the bucket. And then the guy is strapped into the bucket, so he's just hanging out of it.
Oh,
Isn't
man.
that crazy? Oof.
But you know that trucker was like, all right, I got to make this turn. There's a construction guy there. They're doing something. And he's like looking there, doesn't even see the guy in the
No.
bucket.
No, who looks
Probably.
up?
Yeah,
How often do you look at a man's shoes?
that's true. That's true. Finally, in news, Netflix has given the green light to Free Burt, a 6-episode scripted comedy series starring, co-created, and executive produced by Burt Kreischer, who has done 6 stand-up specials for Netflix. In Free Burt, I wonder if it's Free Burt or if it's like Free Burt, like Free Bird.
Right.
Kreischer, shirtless comedian, party legend, perpetual wild card,
This comedian.
finds himself in uncharted territory when his daughters are accepted to an elite Beverly Hills private school. When his unbridled antics turn his family into outcasts, he decides to put on a shirt and stifle his true nature to fit in better.
That's good.
Yeah.
Ah, good for Bert,
I mean,
man.
seems like it's kind of a spin-off from The Machine, the movie, because that was like he embarrassed his daughter. and-
Yeah.
Right.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, all these comedians want to do a show about their real life.
Well, I mean, that was the big thing. Remember, the big thing in the 90s was, what's your act?
Yeah.
And how do we make it into TV show? Seinfeld, Tim Allen, Roseanne, Brett Butler, like all of them.
It's all based
Yeah.
on
It
their
was all
stand-up.
based on, their kind of stuff, whatever. Even Ty, because they talked about Shane Gillis with Tires. Tires Gerber, his father owned a tire
Owned the
company.
tire
Oh,
shop,
really?
Yeah.
And I think did Shane work there.
I think he worked at a car dealership.
Yeah,
Shane
yeah.
did. But yeah, so it's all kind of stuff, you know.
Let me tell you what's great about Shane. I saw a video of him at the UFC fight behind Trump.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see that? Where he made that face. Yeah, he made that dumb face.
Yeah.
He's great.
He
man.
makes me laugh more than anybody right now.
because he is the funny friend that we all have.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, is Shane coming over to the party? All right, cool. Shane's coming. Shane's fun.
Like whether he says something or he's doing something, he constantly makes me laugh every day.
Yeah. Well, good for Bert. Congratulations and much success to him. I think he'll be good. At what point do we get roles in the show? You think?
I mean, come on.
I mean,
Steve did it for
Byrne
us.
Did it? Yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't had a chance to put Bert on the spot yet. Steve Byrne, Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
Anybody that's got a vehicle for us, just put us in it.
Let's do it.
I imagine, much like Tires and Segura show, there'll be a lot of
Cameos.
friends and cameos in it.
Why do you think that Bert wasn't in Segura show?
Yeah.
I assumed they filmed it when he wasn't around or something. I don't know.
I mean,
Bert made a big deal about it.
yeah, and if that's your best friend, you don't figure out how to make time, you know?
Yeah. I mean, maybe you want to, your business partners already and you're looking to separate yourself at some
Maybe.
point.
Or
That's
maybe-
what I think. I think it's like radio guys, the Mitch and Joe show. Mitch and Joe work separately on the weekends to let you know that they can still do things on their own.
Mm.
You know,
Probably, yeah.
what was better, Bert doing the hotel leave the room for the maid? Do you remember that?
Sure, yeah.
Or Bert and Tom's dance videos?
Bert and Tom's dance videos.
They were pretty good, man. They were pretty good.
The maid thing was good too, though.
The maid thing was great.
Main thing was funny. Bert's video was funny where he was dancing. Tom took it to a completely new level.
Tom spent $50,000 on his.
Right.
Yeah.
and I think that really elevated both of them and made people realize that Tom could do bad thoughts and do stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tom with that Steven Seagal wig is just it's
And the
fantastic.
girls at the beginning watching Bert dance. Oh, gross. That's so good.
And then super fat Bert at the end with
Machine,
stabbed.
yeah.
I just watched The Machine again like a couple days ago, and the one scene when they're like just in a random in front of the street, and someone spray paints Tom as fat on the wall.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
little stuff like that is so funny to me.
I thought the machine was very good.
Yeah,
I thought it was funny. I thought maybe probably knowing Bert, I was a little closer to it. And I probably enjoyed it a little bit more. But if I saw that movie, I would still laugh as hard as I did.
Yeah,
I thought the movie was the Russian stuff was very funny.
I hadn't watched it since it first came out, and I watched it again a couple days ago. It was funny. It was really good.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
That's it for news.
All right. Good, Galvin. Thank you very much. Joe, how you doing over there?
I'm doing good, Michael.
All right. Every once in a while, I hear a chirp and your mic's on. What's it? I want to remind everybody this 4th of July, 1 week from today, we will be live at the Beach Club in Siesta Key. Our band Pipple Toddler will be playing. We'll be out there to kick off your big, what is mostly a 3-day weekend for most people, which may even start on Thursday for a lot of you. But we'll be out there on Friday, and we'll be doing our thing. We're hot off of the Whiskey Willie's performance. So
Yes.
we want everybody to come on out to the Beach Club in Siesta Key. We haven't been there in some time.
Always a blast down there. That's
Yeah.
such a cool place. So much fun.
Hot chicks. That's the real key.
Are you
Hot
guys
beach chicks.
scoping out other dive bars to continue the dive bar tour?
Yes, what we're doing now is dealing with time. And getting everybody all lined up because everybody in the band has real jobs, so we're all so busy. But we will get it locked in. Whiskey Willie's. I don't know if you know this. The people who own Whiskey Willie's own about 5 dive bars
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
around
really?
the Tampa Bay area.
Did not know that.
From Pinellas Park to Wesley Chapel to Brandon. So
Have we met Willie yet?
Willie died. He was a
Aw.
pirate.
I met his whiskey last night.
He was a pirate back in the day. He left a map for a bunch of kids in the New England house.
Not my Willie.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll be expanding that probably sometime in August because we got 4th of July, then we got the Bone Beach Bash, which we're playing at.
It goes fast. Like every weekend's booked up with something.
That's the thing. And then next thing you know, in August we're going away. So
Then football season starts.
football season starts.
Yeah.
Can't wait. All right, let's take a break. And we come back. I'll hit your phone calls 800-771-1025. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 1025 The Bone. I feel like Galvin. I feel like I have a little, like if I was in Japan, I'd be getting paid today.
Why?
I got a rumbling in my tummy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I don't know if you heard, but I keep farting.
I have heard and smelled and everything else.
No, I don't know if you smelled it.
I
I think you're exaggerating a little bit.
I mean, Joey thought it was good coffee. I said nope. That's Mike's
see
farts.
though, no, yeah. Joey from Templar stopped by to pick up a check for a charity that we donated to probably about 3 months ago, and totally forgot to give him the money.
Oh, that's always nice.
I'm the worst.
Now he's gonna come hunt you down.
I know.
Oh, rude.
Well, also the best is he's like, "Can you just Venmo it?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I don't have those technologies for the charity."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have a sneeze brewing.
Oh, don't go if you sneeze. Don't double duty.
Yep.
Oh God.
Oh no.
Did you do? Oh.
Second one almost got it.
Oh.
Second one, I felt it open. 800-771-1025 are the phone numbers. The guys from deep inside the music will be here at the top of the hour. Let me ask you this question.
All right.
You said plenty of times before in the show that if you were a millionaire or billionaire,
Yes.
you would live in a casino.
Yeah, I think that would be fun. I mean, obviously,
great.
at least for a while,
Would you, being a 100,000-aire, sell all of your belongings to retire and live on a cruise ship?
No, I don't think I would do that. I think cruises are fun, but I think cruises are more of a every once in a while. We did the 7-day cruise the one time, and that was too much. I don't think I'm going and living on a cruise ship.
Really? See, I love it. And as we go back, getting closer to come back, I started getting depressed. Like, I love being out on the cruise.
Yeah, it's fun, but I don't think you want to be constantly on a cruise.
I think I do. And I don't think that I want to be on vacation all the time, but I think I enjoy the relaxed atmosphere of the cruise.
Because also their stops are a lot longer, right?
I don't know, but I
cruises?
don't see me getting off at a lot of these stops.
Oh my God.
Well, I mean,
Then what's the point?
that's my apartment now. Like, I just live on a floating apartment.
Yeah,
right, but if
so-
you're not going to get off at the stops, then
Well-
you might as well just go get an apartment.
No, like there'll be times where I but think about it, Carmen. In my apartment, I've got at least 3 gourmet meals a day, and I know that the food is not that great, but it's better than what I would cook for myself, right?
Yeah, no, but if you think about it, the luxury apartments in some towns, they have like restaurants and all those
but
things like
this is all
built in.
included.
They have gyms and
This is all included,
So-
and it's got a gym. It's on the water. It's also got a cafe. It's got lounge acts. It's got comedy. It's got a casino. It's got a bunch of people there that wait on you. You know what I mean? Like, I feel what are you laughing at?
Ew.
I think it would be awesome.
I think it's a lesser version of what my deal is. If
Oh, do you
lived
think
in
a lesser version? I think a better version.
No, because what do you have better than I do in the casino, hotel casino?
Oh, the ocean.
Okay, I have the beach. I have the best pool
Pool.
in the world.
The only beach you have is Atlantic City.
No, I'm saying like Mandalay Bay literally has the beach. They have
Oh,
sand
the
and everything
pool.
at the pool
Yeah.
and do a whole thing.
This lady explained there are things about living on the cruise ships that totally frustrates me. It's just very aggravating, even though I still love living on the cruise ship. It's not all oceans and buffets.
Uh-huh.
There are some things that will totally drive you mad. Fortunately, the pros for me outweigh the cons. Linnell admits there are a number of things she finds frustrating. For starters, she isn't a big fan of having to use tender boats to head to shore to the ships instead of pulling right up at the dock. So a lot of times they'll have to dock in the middle of the ocean and use those tender boats to go
Right.
back in. She doesn't like that.
Also, imagine how long until somebody's in your way at whatever, and you go, "I live here. Get
Yeah.
out of here. This is
Yeah,
my
and
house."
she says at any time she's got to get into one of those floating vessels. They're putting about 150 to 200 people, and she has to wait in line like everybody else.
Yeah.
So that is what is annoying to her. She also says she doesn't like waking up in different time zones and not realizing what the heck time it is
So-
on a regular basis.
If I win the Powerball and I win 800 million and I pick a hotel casino that I want to stay at, I just work out a deal with them. I say, I'm going to pay you this much a month and all my meals and everything's included, all the stuff, whatever I want to do. And then I'm VIP all the time. You know what I mean? Like everybody there knows me.
Yeah.
Everybody's taking care of me. You said about the meals, the drinks, the shows, everything. I just walk in and it's easy peasy.
She also says, this is one of the things I didn't think about. How do you do laundry on a cruise ship?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, they have laundry service.
Well, that's what she's been doing is she's had to pay extra for laundry service, but her bill
I'm sure.
gets up really high.
Yeah.
So she says that sometimes she starts to end up doing it by hand in her bathroom.
Oh,
no.
stinky.
Yeah. That's
She
she said
smells-
she can never get it as clean as it needs to be.
Yeah, I wonder at any of the ports though. You got to think that whenever you get off, there's laundromats.
Yeah.
But is that what you want to do? You want to go to Greece and go to the laundromat?
Carry a big duffel sack.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think she says the worst thing out of the whole deal is?
Size of the bathroom.
Oh no, I bet you that's pretty bad. She said whether you're trying to relax by the pool, head to the gym, or watch a movie in a communal area, she is constantly surrounded by swarms of people.
Yeah.
She said the things that I want to do are usually the things that are popular for everybody else.
Right.
That's one thing that unfortunately comes with the territory, but I do hate that about full-time cruising.
Yeah. Cruising doesn't sound like I said, cruising is a part-time thing. You
Yeah.
don't want to live out there.
I think maybe for a couple of months. I think maybe if I said I'm going to go out for 3 months at a time.
What if you just had a really nice yacht? That would make
Oh yeah,
life-
that would be fantastic.
I mean, better.
She's got a YouTube video. This woman, a YouTube channel, and you can go watch her. It's called where'd it go? I don't know. It's like
Crazy
from
Lady at
poverty. It's called Poverty to Paradise. And then they show her. This is the part that I like, Galvin. They show her on her balcony, just sitting there looking at the water. And I think that I would get up in the morning and have my coffee and sit there on the balcony. I would enjoy that.
So she had her life savings and then she sold everything she owned to go on the cruise ship. Do we know how much money she said, okay, I have $200,000, $300,000. How much was it? Do
It
we
does
know?
not say.
Hmm.
She doesn't look like she's worth that much money.
Yeah. So how long was that lasting?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, she's also looks like she might only be in her 50s.
And then what do you do? Live off of Social Security in a 1-bedroom apartment?
You come back and you go, I ain't got no more money.
Right.
I don't know. Sorry, Lunel.
Hmm.
I might want to check out her channel, though.
Yeah.
See what she's got going on.
I got to tell you, one of the greatest things about YouTube is you can find anything on there. Like whenever we're going on the cruise, I go, ooh, let me see what my room looks like. And you
Yeah.
just put in your room number and somebody has stayed in there and they took video of it. You know, that's wild.
Mm. Oh, sorry. I just got a disturbing text.
What happened?
I can't.
Oh, come on, Bill
Come
Murray.
on. You can't bring it up.
No, it's legal issue.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
all right.
The second one.
Mm. Gotcha.
Way to go. How do you
Way
feel?
to go. Way to go.
That won't happen on the cruise ship.
No,
Yeah.
no. 800-771-1025 are the phone numbers if you'd like to reach us on the program. The phone numbers are wide open. 800-771-1025.
Coach is out of the loop.
Yeah, sorry, Coach.
Yeah.
Coach should be in the loop, though.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
will be.
get-
Will
What?
be.
Yeah, we'll
Wait a
let you-
minute.
We'll
I
let you
can't.
know here in
Yeah.
a second.
I got it.
You son of a bitch.
Can I text her and let her know? Just don't say anything, Carmen.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
Yeah. I gotcha. But if I'm supposed to should be in the loop, I should have been in
You're-
the loop.
Well, the loop just started.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
making sure.
Put me
Yeah.
in, Coach.
No, you're not ready. I can tell you. You're not ready.
Oh, Gio?
Also-
Yes.
What, Carmen? What were you going to say?
Oh, I was gonna say, I hope I didn't jinx it because I applied. I'm still waiting to hear back from the county.
Oh,
I hope me saying this did not jinx it.
You announced it before it was official?
Well, I mean, technically, I will be a coach regardless. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the status of my level of coaching depends on the county
Your
coming
background
through.
check.
Oh, you're out.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
out now.
They're
They're going to do a Google search. Out.
Oh, I had to go through all of it.
Carmen, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Okay, so I thought about going to Epic Universe this weekend, right? And
Yeah.
why didn't I go?
Hot.
Hot.
Too
Too hot.
hot. Yeah.
What do you wear? What I will wear a shirt with no sleeves and a pair of shorts, knowing full well that I look like white trash, but it's just too hot to wear anything else. Okay.
Right.
What will you wear? What's the least amount of clothing you will wear?
I think I would wear workout shorts.
Right.
Even though I usually tend to go leggings only because sitting on all that stuff, I want my legs to be covered. So I would say basically what I almost wear every day, leggings and a tank top and a crop tank.
Well, guess what?
What?
You may not get in Disney World.
What?
Nicole Arena, a young woman probably about your age, was reprimanded for her attire at Disney World. She was wearing sports bra with leggings during a visit on June 1st. She told People magazine that a ride attendant suddenly said to her that she was improperly dressed in her workout attire and denied her entry. I'm looking at a picture of her. She's wearing a sports bra, which is very similar to a crop top.
Yeah, but see, my crop tops, there's like no cleavage, and you can
There's
see.
no cleavage, and she doesn't have a very big chest.
Okay.
Yeah, like there's no line of cleavage whatsoever in her top above her breast, and her boyfriend is wearing a very thin spaghetti type tank top, and he's very muscular. They seem to be a workout couple, not like a slut couple.
It looks like when Carmen's doing her walking pattern at the gym.
Yes, like her sports bra goes down to her rib cage, and there is absolutely zero cleavage being shown.
Yeah, I mean, I understand her point, but still, the fact that it is called a bra, it's almost like you should put some type of tank top over it.
It's what she's wearing is a tank top. I'm looking at a full length picture of it. She's wearing a tank top. Then there is a shot of her and her boyfriend that they took a selfie where it's like kind of being shot from above, and there's zero amount of cleavage on her whatsoever. You can't see anything on her chest except for her flat muscular chest.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at it now. I mean, that is a sports bra. She just isn't like very heavily developed up top. She doesn't have really big boobies. So yeah, I get it. I'm not
get it where you would say something to her?
No, I'm saying I'm not mad at that, but I also, as someone who works there, you have to think about all these influencers that go there and want to get like sexy pictures at Disney and stuff, which is yeah, all the influencers that go there that dress really super, slutty and stuff. And it's a place for kids. So at some point,
but do you think there's anything inappropriate about that?
No. But if you let her do it, now you have to let someone like me who has double D's do it.
But they let her in the park, and they was fine. One of the ride attendants told her she was not dressed appropriately, and then they made her go buy a T-shirt and put the T-shirt over it.
Yeah,
I don't agree with that. I think she looks fine. I think that there are some cases where you look at a woman in a sports bar and you go, yeah, you can't wear that to a park. She doesn't seem to be that case.
Yeah, but like Karen said, that it opens up to everybody.
Yeah, but it's not a matter of we just don't like sports bras. It's how slutty you look in that sports bra.
But again, she's wearing a sports bra. Her in a sports bra, me in a sports bra are completely different. Woman who has
a sports bra and send us a picture.
A woman who has her breasts done and puts on a sports bra, like that's too much for kids.
Yeah, like whenever my wife goes, I'm going to go work out, and she goes in the other room and changes and comes out in a sports bra, I go, oh, yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Right, but that's in your house. Now let her, would she wear that to Disney?
No, I don't even think she'd wear that to the gym.
Oh, yeah, let's go on a small world.
All right, settle down.
You know what I mean?
Let's go on a bouncy ride.
Yeah.
But how Disney should handle this is the people at the gate, the people letting people in.
They should decide.
Yeah.
They should be the ones that are up to date and up to code on the dress code.
Let me see those Thunder Mountains.
because once you're in,
the Thunder Mountains.
Yeah.
Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Disney.
Hey, good morning, guys.
What's up, buddy?
So I wanted to bring up something about that life on a cruise thing, but after Carmen said double D's, I got distracted.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Anyway,
it's Coach Double D, by the way.
No.
All right. But I took a cruise a couple of years ago out of Tampa on Royal Caribbean, and aside from that cruise itself, I learned that they do this thing where it's an around the world cruise.
Yeah.
It's about 10 months, about 80 grand, I think is what she said it starts at, but you literally hit like 180 ports, and everything is cared for. You get your laundry done, your food, you get the Wi-Fi package, everything to just live on the boat for 10 months.
Yeah, and then you get to see the world. I think that'd be a great retirement package. You take a year of your life traveling. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, if your lifestyle can do that, it sounds like a blast.
Yeah, but I would love to do
that. Yeah, not many people knew about that, though, and I would love to do it. I'm just not in the situation right now.
Yeah, me either.
I will eventually.
I hear you, buddy. Good luck to you. I hope you get there. Mike Calta Show, hello.
Hey, what's up? It's Medicine Man.
Nope, you're on restriction. Mike Calta Show, hello.
Hey, good morning, Mike. I'm a Disney pass holder, and this is total BS because I see ass cheeks hanging out all the time with all the foreigners.
Oh,
They
yeah.
come there, so they need to get a grip, man.
Yeah,
Right.
and I will tell you, I have seen ladies in bras with maybe not a sports bra, but a top that shows way more boobs and cleavage, and nobody ever
Absolutely.
said. And I'm not offended by it, but sometimes you look at them and go, "How could you wear that in public?" But whatever, it is what it is.
Maybe it's more the stomach
Right.
you were
Thank you, sir.
offended
again-
by.
But she's
That-
got a flat stomach. It's not
great
even.
stomach.
Yeah, it's not even anything where you'd be
Well, I
like,
mean,
"Hey."
you're just showing a lot of skin.
Yeah, but she's not. I mean, you're
Listen,
looking at
I'm
about
not-
4 inches between her, or the bottom
I-
of her shirt and her waistband.
I get it, but it's it's a kid's park.
Yeah,
I-
well, it's not. There's nothing about it that's offensive to kids. I have 2 young kids. I wouldn't be worried about either one of them.
I'm on this woman's side, but again, I feel like that employee was probably like, oh, if I don't tell her to put something on, I can't tell somebody else.
I
Yeah.
But again, the people at the gate should be in charge of the dress code.
Right,
bet
you
the
don't want to leave it
employees-
up to the ride attendants.
Right.
Right.
Once you're in, you're good. You
Is
can't-
there a definitive dress code for Disney? Is it
Yeah,
written
I
out
bet. I bet there it
where you
is.
can't
Sure.
show your belly or this or that? You know,
It seems when it comes to Disney or all these theme parks, they can do whatever they want. Like you're on private
Sure,
property, they
yeah,
can
it's
just,
their building.
yeah,
they can
there's-
say no blue shirts today.
they don't even have to have a code.
But I
It's
bet
just
they
like,
do.
who
I
can-
bet they have a guideline.
Probably,
yeah.
But I'm wondering whether it's just up to the discrepancy of whoever's working the front gate. Who's like Ernie says,
Yeah.
"Come on in, cleavage." Becky says, "No way, flat tummy."
I watch a lot of these police cam videos of people getting kicked out of theme parks. And
Yeah.
it like literally you have no rights whatsoever when you're on theme park property. They can just remove you just because they don't like your face.
And
yeah.
so I know the big one is like adults can't wear costumes.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
'cause
No, I
little-
know that. The kids either.
Well, no, kids. It says guests 14 and under. So
Oh,
like little
Disney
kids.
costumes.
Yeah. like you can wear like princesses costumes, but they don't want adults dressing around like princesses.
Right? Yeah, they just
And
say,
acting.
"Yeah, because you're a loser."
Yeah.
Yeah.
but also you don't want to take away the mystique.
But also,
of their
I love
characters.
that we're in the age now of they made me put a shirt on, and I'm gonna go and talk to everyone about put the goddamn
Yeah.
shirt on. You want to go to Disney? Put the shirt on.
I bet the employee that kicked him out, she's probably fat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Probably fatty.
jelly.
Yeah.
Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Like I'm kicking Chad out if I see him.
Oh,
yeah,
Wait a
yeah.
minute,
Get that
what?
shirt. Get that shirt on,
Yeah,
Makes you
son.
look bad.
I'm jealous. Yeah. Get out of here.
Good morning. Hello.
Hey, it's Adam, guys. Love the show. Hey, I know we're talking about Disney, but I had to go back to the cruise. I grew up in Western New York, and I took a job on a cruise ship. I was 21, literally did 27 countries in 8 months for free. All your food, all your drinks. I'm telling you, I try and get my nephew to go do that. It's the best thing in the world.
But wait, let me ask you though. As an employee of the cruise ship, I've heard nothing but horror stories about how small your rooms are and how many hours you have to work, and you guys are all cramped up down there. That's not true.
Yes, it is true, but there's crew, there's staff, and then there's officers.
Okay.
So officers can hook up with passengers. Officers have the really nice cabins. Like, they're awesome.
So what were
Staff,
you?
you're subcontracted. I was staff, so I was subcontracted by a company out of London,
Right.
and we did all the spa and fitness centers. So you could go out to dinner. You could do, you worked a lot, but you'd work 2 days, and then you're in Sydney Harbor. And you'd work another 2 days, and you're at the Great Barrier Reef. And you'd work another 2 days, and you're in Vietnam,
And you just
Egypt.
get to
And
go off the boat and do whatever you want to do, just like a
You get
passenger.
to go off. You have a little bit less time. Like you go out, you let the passenger off first. So you'd get off at like 9 a.m. as opposed to 7 a.m.
Okay.
You'd get back on the ship at like 6 p.m. as opposed to 7:30 p.m. But it all depends on like the Filipino staff and everybody that works in the laundry. Those guys work insane hours. I think they sleep an hour a day because
Whoa.
they'll go to the crew cabins and for like $5 they'll come and clean the staff cabins.
Oh, really?
Along with all the passenger cabins they clean. But they'll get paid in U.S. dollars, and they'll exchange that to pesos in the Philippines, and they live next to, like, doctors and lawyers by being servants on a cruise ship.
Right,
for
and
5 years.
they're doing that on purpose. They're saying, "Hey, listen, I'm going to do this for 5 years, and I'll
Yeah.
be a millionaire bet whenever I go back to the Philippines."
100%. Exactly.
I
But anyway.
watched a vlog of a musician, and it said this is what it's like to be a musician on a cruise ship.
Oh.
And he said it was pretty cool. He goes, "Listen, I have a small room." He goes, "But I get paid per diem. I get all my meals for free. I get all this different stuff."
You're
And he
never in your room.
yeah, and he goes, and then like at different stops, I'll just take my little bag of laundry and do my laundry. And he said it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
How much were you
Oh,
hooking up
my-
with passengers, sir?
No, passengers were off limits. But
Oh.
who needs passengers? Out of 1,300 crew,
Staff,
there was
yeah.
12 Americans. I had like Swedish chicks, Romanian chicks, you name it. And they're like, "Oh, your American accent's so cute." And I'm like, small country kid, like, thanks.
And you worked in the fitness area?
Yes,
So you were in good shape, too.
I was. Yes.
Ah,
Now I
okay.
will say this: I did have a friend from London who looked like a young Sean Connery. In shape, young, good-looking guy. He was warning me about this when he first did this. He had hooked up with from London, hooked up with a passenger in Miami. They found out, saw him walking out of the passenger cabin, said, "Get all your stuff, your luggage, everything you got by the time we leave this port to get out of here."
Oh.
They left him in the port with his suitcases. Had to call his mom from a payphone. This is 25 years ago.
Oh.
Call his mom from a payphone in London and say, "Hey, Mom, I need you to wire me money. This is what happened."
My mom, on my first cruise when I was like 10 years old, banged the waiter.
Oh.
Sergio.
Oh, yeah.
No, Arrows.
That happens. That
Busboy. But my
Yeah.
mom was only like 20-something years old at the time. And
Yeah.
he snuck into the room, I remember.
You were in the
Yeah.
room?
What is it?
Well,
The Hangover?
I-
The Hangover movie? He was a bartender.
No, he snuck into the room. Thanks for the call, sir. I appreciate it. He snuck into the room like he was afraid he was going to get caught.
Sure.
And then I left and went and stayed with my great-grandparents who were also on the cruise.
And at the time, how old were you? 10? You didn't know. You didn't
I
know.
didn't know. I didn't know that they were banging.
Right.
I just thought that they were going to hang out or whatever. I'm like, oh, cool.
Mom-
His name was Eros.
Mommy's friends coming by.
Yeah, Mom. Eros, the waiter was coming by.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was Sergio and Eros. And Eros is coming over. We like him. He's from dinner.
Yeah.
He brings us food.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do I know?
See if he'll bring me some meatloaf.
Yeah, he was delivering the meat to one of us. All right, we got to take a break. The guys from Deep Inside the Music are here. You can find them online on YouTube. Just search Deep Inside the Music. They go deep inside the music. We'll go behind the scenes in some of the recording studios and when these favorite songs were made, these hit songs. You'll hear things you never heard before. You'll be turned on to things you never thought that were even in the song, and you'll never hear them the same when they're done. Deep Inside the Music guys here next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. In the studio with us right now, Willie Bells and Ronnie D from Deep Inside the Music. Gentlemen, how are you doing?
Hello.
Doing good.
Good
Morning.
to see you. Good to see you. It sucks getting up early, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to, You both look like two guys that aren't used to getting up early.
I used to be so good at sleeping, but no, I actually get up early, even if I go to bed late, which is why I look like this.
I'm starting to feel the effects of things that people say when they get older. I'm starting to feel that now at 53. At 52 and younger, I was fine. I'm like, I don't see it. And then all of a sudden, 53, I went, whoa.
It happens. What
So-
hurts now? Why is this hurt? What did I do?
Knees hurt. You know, all sorts of problems.
Snapping and cracking.
Cracking and
Snapping
popping.
and cracking.
And all that stuff is just gets worse as time goes on. And then mix in having to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning every day, and it just is not a good. My wife was bitching because she had to get up early and drive my daughter to volleyball camp this week. And by early, she means like 7:30. And I'm like, you have no idea. You have no idea what it means.
That's
I mean,
sleeping in.
granted, she did work a full day afterwards, and I'm only skating through it 4 hours, but still. Anyway, these gentlemen are here representing Deep Inside the Music, which is hugely successful on YouTube. You can go find it by simply searching Deep Inside the Music, like it, and subscribe to it. They take music that has been known for years by you and your friends, and you're listening to these songs, and they're classics, and then they break it down and they play the raw tracks for you from the recording studio, and you hear things that you never even knew existed in some of these songs.
From your favorite bands, favorite artists, favorite songs that you're like, I didn't know that was in there.
Yeah.
I've heard that a million times. I had no idea that somebody was flipping through pages of an encyclopedia.
He's changed. He's brought Pearl Jam stuff to the forefront for me. Bon Jovi stuff that I didn't know about. Stevie Wonder we've talked about on the show. All classic Prince we've had on the show. Yeah. What do we got today?
Oh man, I got some more Bon Jovi today. I found
More
something,
Bon Jovi.
I found something that has never been heard before ever, except for the band and the producers.
Okay.
And this is insane. And I also have a disclaimer here: is that I got the absolutely raw tracks on this.
Okay.
So it's not even the mix that you're used to hearing
What
on
is
the
the
radio.
song that you're going to play? And let me think if I even know what this is before you play it, because I am a Bon Jovi aficionado.
Well, I'll let you hear the noise in the room before they start
Oh,
and see
okay.
if you can hear it from that.
All
Here we
right.
go. This is a test. What song is that?
Static Love.
Could be a couple of different songs.
It's One and Dead or Alive.
All right, here we go. Close. What was that?
I don't know.
Let's do it.
Little warm up.
Richie Sambora. Oh yeah.
Keyboard, yep. Little David Bryan action.
Now, check it out. These are the raw tracks, and if you want to hear, we've all heard this before, right?
Shot through the heart, and you're too late.
But one
It's
at a
iconic.
time. How many guys are singing right there?
Okay, so you have
Shot through the heart,
John.
and you're to blame, darling. You give love a bad name.
That's John.
What a voice. Then we got this one.
Shot through the heart, and you're to blame.
The whole band.
You give love.
The whole band again.
Shot through the heart,
Another one.
and you're to blame. You give love.
So now that's probably 20 people you hear. Now
Right.
here's more.
Shot through the heart,
Oh.
and you're to blame.
That's
Who
Richie.
is that?
And there's
No,
more.
Richie's too soulful.
Through the heart, and you're to blame.
That's John.
That's John.
Yeah.
And one more time, all together.
Shot through the heart, and you're to blame, darling. You give love a bad name.
Do you guys know how to do that as a band? How
Yeah.
to harmonize that high? Like, how would you know if you're who comes in high and who comes in low, and how much high you need and how much low you need in order for it to sound normal?
Whoever can do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's certain guys that have like that Michael Anthony and Van Halen. He's
Right.
got that super high voice.
Right.
So you start arranging the music to suit your tools that you can use.
Okay.
So in
Like
our
Roger
band,
Taylor and Queen.
yeah, exactly. I mean, in my band, I have my sister and I have my other sister. The lunch ladies are singing all the high parts.
Which do you find that siblings' voices go together better?
They do because you pronounce the words the same. The inflections are the same because that's how you grow up. And
Yeah.
my mom would say, if you're singing harmony with someone, imitate them.
Oh yeah. Because you want to sound exactly the same.
And these guys, I mean, this is
Their
funny,
little
you know,
sound-
And you're to blame.
but that's hard to do.
with their little Jersey girl accents.
So another thing is that these are the raw tracks, and whoever recorded these tracks was a genius because it sounds real close to the record,
Right.
and the band is playing that good because a band that plays good, it's easy to mix them.
Oh
It-
yeah.
it just happens.
The
you know?
tracks are there. They don't need a lot of doctoring. You know.
So now let's get into this thing. Check it out. Deep inside the music. They're funky. And we got this guy. Check him out. I love that guy.
What is that?
That's in the
keyboard?
song.
Yeah.
So we'll hear it in
very
context,
80s.
and you'll know.
80s synthesizers.
Yeah, it's some kind of I don't know. Got that guy, and you got this. And here it goes.
Angel smile is what you said. You promised me heaven, then put me through hell. Chains of love got a hold on me. When passion's a prison, you can't break free. Whoa, you're a loaded gun.
All right, Richie, come on.
Whoa,
And this guy?
oh,
That's Richie right there.
Richie can hit the note.
whoa, you're.
He's smashing. Yeah, he's smashing like 14 Miller Lights.
Whoa, you're a loaded gun. Yeah. Oh, there's no
So those guys.
There's something.
Bad name.
There's a couple of things you'll never hear again. John sing that well, and John and Richie sing together.
Yes,
Exactly.
it's a shame.
And this is before John learned to sing correctly,
Right.
Which is the good John.
Probably
now
what tore
he's
his
got
voice
this,
up.
like technical thing.
Yeah, because he's trying
Oh.
to sing through his face.
Yeah, where he does
It
all
hurt.
the with
Yeah,
his
and
mouth,
that's
and he's
just-
like, "Your name,
That's it. And
dude."
it's taking all the
Well, he
Raw.
can't. He's had the
Raw.
surgery. He can't do the. He
Quit.
doesn't have the voice anymore.
Yeah.
Quit taking the name of John Bon Jovi in vain. I love that dude.
Well, look, they played this weekend for the first time in a couple of years. They played a full concert at their club in Nashville, and it was a no cell phone show. So we'll never see. We'll never see how he sounds.
The interesting thing in the beginning, whenever they started out with the chorus, and they start out with that John says "darlin" because they leave the gap, and
Yeah,
he says "darlin."
yeah.
I wonder how that comes about. Does he just do that naturally and be like, "I'm going to throw in darlin," or when you guys drop out there, I'm going to put darlin in there? You know what I mean?
Or they just needed a cadence
Right,
rhythmically,
right, to
and the
keep it-
producer or somebody would go, "We need something right
A
here."
two-syllable
A two-syllable,
something, yeah.
Well, check it out. Here it is.
Shot through the heart, and you're too late, darling. You give love a bad name.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah,
It's Motowny,
yeah.
you know?
It's also keep in mind. It's also 70s, 80s South Jersey-ish.
Yes.
A lot of
Darling.
Springsteen, darling.
But
Hey,
like,
darling.
but like they could have kept that gap.
Oh,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
they
yeah.
could have just kept a gap there,
Yeah.
and then did it whatever. But it sounds cooler with him throwing in that.
It
Darling.
ties it together.
Yeah.
All right, what else we got?
Check it out. Well, let me play you some stuff in the song you never heard before. Little Phil Collins. This
Yamaha
guy.
DX7.
Crazy.
That's like Howard Jones.
That's David Bryan double fisting.
Yeah,
One
oh,
up
yeah.
here, one down here.
He's good that way.
Yeah.
Now, of course, the brilliance of Richie Sambora, it's a shame that they don't play together, but I get it. If the
Right.
guy is if you can't be with somebody, you can't be with them. But the dude's a genius.
I don't care what that guy does. He's staying. Octave. ADA Octave. That's ADA Octaver, man, back in that time period right there. It was
That's
a rack
nice.
mount unit, man. I got to get one of those.
Yeah.
I got one on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, that's where they got it.
Give me those big toms
Yeah.
coming in right after that.
So it seems like the next thing I should try to share, according to Willie Bell's wishes and fantasies, I mean, he's got a rock and roll fantasy, and we're all part of it.
All right.
Yes.
Is
My
By the way,
fantasy,
these
you're
guys
just
are
living
deep
in it.
inside the music. You can follow them online on social media and also on the YouTube, which is where their channel is, Deep Inside the Music. They take all different songs from all different genres, all different types, and they break them down like this, and they let you hear stuff that you've never heard before inside these songs. I mean, I've heard this Bon Jovi song 1,000 times and never heard all those keyboard and orchestral parts that are in there.
it's
The
crazy.
high
Yeah.
harmonies.
High harmonies,
Yeah.
sure.
Well, there's dozens of episodes on our channel, and we want to thank the Mike Calta Show
Absolutely.
and the crazy crew here for having the balls to let us on the radio.
Yeah, no, we enjoy this. People like it. People like to hear behind the scenes on the music.
Yeah, I mean, this is all like a legal copyright nightmare. So we appreciate you.
Well,
Yeah,
the
we'll
other-
jump off that bridge when we get
The
there.
other thing is, I think that a lot of like David Bryan, I kind of know a little bit from Bon Jovi. He'd be somebody that'd be so great to have on the show.
Get him on the show. Call him up.
and break it down and say, well, here's what I was actually playing on that, and here's why John said "darling." That's what I think. And a lot of times, I noticed that you'll get the actual artist to go ahead and comment or like your stuff on YouTube,
Yeah.
or their family will
Yeah.
say, "Hey, my brother's in this band. He was great." So I think that's awesome. I think it's a matter of time before artists start calling you and saying, "Hey, I want to do this with you guys."
That would be fantastic. We would let him on.
yeah,
we would let
would
him
you?
on.
That'd be nice of you.
I mean, there's a waiting list, but we can work.
Well, check this out. You've heard this song, but you never heard it like this before.
All right, what do we
and
got?
it's this very poignant. me up in your doorway.
Hang me up in your doorway.
What does that even mean?
Don't hang me up like you do.
So yes, Mick Ralph's the guitar player of Bad Company, and he was also in Mott the Hoople.
Did he just die?
Yeah, just passed away.
He just died.
And
Yeah.
can I tell you, Ronnie, that is an MXR Distortion Plus. No, it most certainly is. And here's how everyone would know. That's Randy Rhoads' sound.
All right.
Listen to that guitar sound.
All right, Randy Rhoads, let's hear you.
That's a MXR. It's a yellow. It's actually yellow, like your track is.
What I say now?
Money shot. Here it comes.
Because I can't get enough of your
Now
love.
listen to this voice.
I can't get enough of your love. I can't get enough of your love.
It's weird to think of what he looks like compared to
say it
what he
again.
sounds like.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it's funny because how he looked like when he was younger, when he was in Free and stuff.
Yeah.
That's what you imagine, not the Paul Rogers really now. Whatever.
I gotta tell you, I forget right away when you were playing and who it was, and I'm like, is this a like you think of a Motown singer?
Yeah,
Is it
Yeah.
or
very
Ronnie
much-
Stewart
Yeah,
or something
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
You have a top 5 and a top 10 in there. You have top 5. Paul Rogers is in my top 5 best
100%, yes.
100.
Mount Rushmore of music.
Yeah, and then top 10, Simon Kirke, drummer.
Oh, great
He's
drummer.
in my top 10 of drummers of all time.
Yeah, was he in Free?
Yes, they were
Yeah,
both in Free,
I
Paul
could
and yeah.
hear that similar beat
Yeah.
style. Yeah.
He's great. He is one of those guys that plays to the song. Doesn't try and show off, doesn't try and do anything, but has just the cool swing to him. Yeah, he's
That's
great.
a rare bird right
yeah,
there.
for sure.
Rare bird.
Can't get enough of your love.
What, how about this one?
I can't get enough of your love.
You also can't script that. If you don't have that in you, it comes
Right.
out when it comes out, and that's
Yes.
you can't tell somebody to do that.
It's like playing a guitar solo or someone playing a jazz solo on the saxophone. This guy, on the end of the song, he's just improvising. Check him out.
Let me say it again. I can't get enough of your love.
Robert Plant.
I can't get enough of your love. I can't get enough of your love.
You're right, from Motown blues.
I got to tell you, baby, that I love you so much I can't get enough of your love.
James Brown, yeah.
I love you so much I can't get enough of your love. I can't get enough of your love.
Also, I don't love anybody like this. I got plenty of love. I cannot get enough. I got enough.
So now, something cool about this that we try to expose, we try and make naked, is the fact that the band played this together. So listen to the vocal again, but take into account that in these spaces, in all the spaces, you hear the band in the background. That means they played this live.
In one room.
Yeah, they
Okay.
all
He was
played
in a
this
vocal
together.
booth, but it's bleeding through.
Yeah, so in essence, it's a live recording, except for the guitar solo, which was an overdub.
I can't get enough of your
You
love.
hear the band back there?
I can't get enough of your love.
Now we'll just hear the drums.
Let me say it again.
That's pretty bad.
Nice room sound.
You hear them? Yeah. You hear them in the background.
Yeah.
Here's your bass part. Motown.
Here it is.
That's funky.
I got sunshine. Once again.
By the way,
Yeah.
Ralph's.
is that a fretless bass?
I don't know. I mean,
Billy?
the guy's an amazing bass player. I
It's
don't
a
know.
Fender P bass.
Oh,
They're
is it
a
okay?
Standard Ampeg SVT.
I love it.
810s,
I love
mic
it.
and a direct out.
I was gonna
What
say
type
the
of
same
strings on that thing?
flatwounds, and
Okay,
that's why it does.
Why you
sound
don't
like
hear?
that.
Okay, so you're
Why it
not
does
hearing the
sound
frets because of the flatline. I got you.
All right, let's do one more. We got time for one more.
All right,
artist.
we got
What do
time for one more up on this thing. We're gonna go.
These are the guys from Deep Inside the Music. You can find what they do online. There's plenty of other episodes of Deep Inside the Music. Search Deep Inside the Music on YouTube. Go give them a subscribe and a like. It'll alert you every time they go live. It's free. You can check it all out and follow them on social media as well.
And
Ronnie does a good
sometimes-
job of putting out not only when the episodes are up, but when their bands are playing.
And sometimes they have super sexy guests come in and
that's
do it
right.
with them.
This
I've
is
heard-
true.
I've
Very
heard these
sexy.
stories.
Mhm.
Hey,
Uh-huh.
while you're looking that up, tell me about the bands where we're gonna see some live music from you guys.
You got St. Pete Sons out there on the internets, the Spotify. Swamp Sonic is the record.
Swamp Sonic.
Swamp Sonic.
Fantastic record.
Okay.
I've heard it's one of the best rock.
I will
records in the last
play
10
it. I
years.
will start playing it on the show.
Oh,
It's
Thank
about
you.
his record is about us. So once you listen to it, then look at what the lyrics are.
Okay.
And thank you for writing our record.
this soundtrack to your life.
Yeah, there's one on there called Old Man Strong.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I think you can.
We could all
identify.
relate to that.
Yeah.
Right
and then
on.
my band, Ronnie D and the Superstars, is playing on July 5th at Ricky T's.
Oh, Ricky D's is a great place for music.
Yeah, fantastic. The new stage and the new parking space we play in, it's pretty totally awesome. And then on the 18th, we're going to be playing at Whiskey Wings Tarpon. Have you played there yet?
No.
You should try it out.
I have a very bad feeling about playing at places that serve food. I've had
okay.
bad feelings with those. But I know that Whiskey Wings, that's not to take anything away from them. I've seen the setup that they have. They actually set up for music.
Yes.
And they have a stage. They do a great job. And I know a lot of bands that are playing there. So
Well, go up on our socials and support us. Click all the things. Sadly, now that really does matter if
Oh,
you
yeah.
want to make noise with the agents that are going to book the gigs that you want to be on.
yeah.
So-
Or you could just walk into a dive bar and go, "We'd like to play here."
Yeah, that's
Which is
true.
what we've been doing lately.
That's all you need to do.
Yeah, yeah.
Just play music for the beauty of it. Music is magic, and that's why I'm Peter Pan.
Well, what do we got, Peter?
I'm
Let's play one
addicted
more
to it.
song.
I'm Tinkerbell.
Yay.
His
All right.
Tinkerbell.
Everybody knows.
Contracts, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say that would make a great sample for like a Jay-Z tune or something.
Here, we'll cut a promo right now. This is Ronnie D and Willie Bells and Deep Inside the Music here on the Mike Calta Show. 1025.
That's good stuff.
Hey, we love you and thanks for having us on. We really do appreciate it.
I like to take a little glimpse into this, but you guys go very deep behind all these songs on Deep Inside the Music. You can find it on YouTube. It's free. Go like and subscribe. Just search Deep Inside the Music. It comes right up. Big yellow logo. It says Deep on the top. And then go check out these guys. Their bands around town. St. Pete Sons and Ronnie D and the All-Stars are going to be, or the Superstars,
Yay.
are going to be at Whiskey Wings.
Yeah.
And,
on July 18th
July
at Whiskey
18th
Wings
and
and
Ricky
July
T's.
5th, Ricky T's with special guest Willie Bells.
Yeah,
Oh.
that might pop up there.
I'm going to play some St. Pete Sons when we come back from break.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen. We got to take a break. We'll come back and wrap things up. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Hi, everybody.
Hey, buddy, what's
I'm so stressed out.
How's your morning going?
So stressed out. The morning was great. The show was great. Everything was going good. And then I found out what I did wrong. And a couple of weeks ago, the board shorted out. It just stopped working. All the lights went black.
Right.
And I freaked out. And I called Dylan, our engineer, and he said, "Nope, just unplug it and plug it back in. It needs to restart." And that worked. So then it happened again. And it turns out what happens is there's a Q speaker here, a speaker that allows me to listen to stuff that's playing on the air through this board. And I had the Q speaker too loud. And when the Q speaker's too loud, it shorts out the board. So what he said to unplug it and plug it back in again. So Galvin unplugged it from behind and from behind the board. And instead of pulling it out of the wall, we unplugged it from the board where there's like a little digital pin kind of connection. And then we couldn't get it back in. And we're struggling to try and get the pin back and it wouldn't go back in. We're freaking out. Turned out we were plugging it in the wrong spot. So
Oh, man.
once we got it figured out, everything started working again.
It was also like diffusing a bomb because Carmen's on speakerphone. She's like 45 seconds,
Yeah.
30
Yeah.
seconds, and I'm trying to put it. I'm like, it's gonna blow.
I left the room for like 5 minutes, and then all hell
Oh,
broke
If
loose.
yeah.
Gio's here,
Yeah.
nothing goes wrong.
Yeah. So we didn't get to say goodbye. I wanted to come back and tell everybody goodbye, and we didn't. We bled over into the after show. I apologize. I don't know who you have in the studio with you.
Now that she's there, you want to tell JoJo she kicked her off the cruise?
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, all right.
Kick
Oh
her
no,
when
it's
she's
fine. I
down.
heard.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard.
Oh, no.
I
JoJo,
thought maybe you
That's
heard, but
fine.
I thought you would text me if you were listening.
JoJo,
No.
you would be part of my morning show, and we do it from a cruise every day. You're the best.
Nice.
But did you hear my reasoning? Pure jealousy.
Well, that's silly.
Yes, I know. That's the
Just
only
You're my favorite. You
Just because
know that.
JoJo gets action, don't be mad at
Yeah.
her.
I know.
Well,
A lot of
lonely
people
on
coming
those
after
cruises.
JoJo these days. I don't like that at all.
No.
Thank you,
Did you and John
Gio.
Senning make up?
It's in the works.
Oh.
It's in the works. We're communicating.
A rift.
Chicken fight in the pool at the beach park.
Listen, I'm
beach
not
bash.
for everybody. I get that. So we're talking
You
talking
kinda
through
are
some
for
things.
everybody. Who doesn't like you?
You just kicked her off the cruise.
No, come on. I'm not being serious. You know that.
I mean, am I still allowed to come to the beach bash? I mean,
I
was very excited for that.
Are you coming to the beach bash?
Yeah,
Who you
both
bringing?
nights.
Who are you bringing? Anybody good?
Me, myself, and me.
Can you start hanging out with some hot chicks and bring them around?
Yeah.
Carmen used to do that. She used to have a whole sorority of girls that she would bring to events and do stuff, and it was great. And then all of a sudden, she's like, "I have a boyfriend now."
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll see what I could do.
Round
for
up the
sure.
hose.
Yeah. Let's go, ladies.
Now we're talking.
Slide into my DMs.
Back in the day, the last time we were in the studio for Halloween, we had girls come down to the studio and we painted their asses like jack-o'-lanterns.
Oh, I remember that.
I miss doing that stuff. I would
Why
like to do
can't you
more
do
of
that anymore?
No, we can. I don't necessarily know that I want them to come
That's
here.
right, sluts. Come on to Mike's Garage.
No.
Why did it mean there?
No.
That's probably not a good
Sluts are
idea.
welcome. I don't know necessarily in my garage, so
Yeah.
I don't know. If one of you guys spoke Spanish fluently, I would have you go out and proposition the cleaning ladies and ask them,
I just went
can
in.
we paint your breast?
I just went in and used the bathroom. They will not even look you in the eyes.
No, and I walk in and I'm like, hey, how's it going? And they're like, hello.
I said good morning to one, and she did this like a dog that did something wrong and doesn't want to look at you, and just kind of gives you a little bit of
She
a
probably
side
thinks
eye.
you're going to have her deported.
No, listen, we like
You're
them
going to
here.
call. You're going to call the authorities. on
No,
them.
nobody appreciates them more than me. I don't want to do any work.
Jojo, I did go in there and say, I need a glass of water. Is there any ice? No. Is there any ice?
Oh, no. You know what I noticed? We have a cleaning lady here in the building that I never saw because at night we had like a dude,
right?
And he was kind of weird. But the girl that's here in the morning, she's kind of a smoke show too. I said something to Dizzy about it.
We had a couple of hot ones back in the day too. We would all come in and we're like, is the cleaning lady hot?
Yeah, and like from Estonia or something.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, see if she wants to come on the cruise.
Yeah.
All right.
For real. There's a
She
room
could have
open.
my room.
No, JoJo's and Dizzy's out.
Oh.
Why is Dizzy out? What did he do?
That's what he didn't do.
Federal crimes, no big deal.
Johnny B's in. Johnny B.
Johnny B's in.
Yeah.
Oh, if I can, I'd like to take this time to thank both of you and everybody else who came out to Whiskey Willie's.
Yeah.
JoJo and her whole family was there. It was great. And then Johnny B got up there and sang with us. And Johnny B, your wife you both look good, but your wife looks ridiculously good.
I know,
Yeah.
dude.
She looks fantastic.
I don't know if I like it. It's getting to the point where she's gonna figure it out. She.
I know. As a guy who's dealt with that my whole life, I feel you. I know what you're saying, and maybe I shouldn't be adding to it. I shouldn't be beefing her up because she's only going to build her confidence.
Yeah, like 100 people that night. It's like, whoa, you outkicked your coverage. How did you do? I want you to shut your goddamn mouth, buddy. She's right there.
She must only be with you for the money.
Ouch.
We had the best time. My parents are like, I would like a once a month or once a quarter.
Yeah.
It was right in their backyard. They want to bring their whole neighborhood.
We had a ball. I mean,
They had the best time.
That's the best thing to do. Our next gig is next Friday at 4th of July at the Siesta Key Beach Club. We're looking forward to that. And then, of course, July 18th, or actually the 19th, we'll be out there on stage at the Sky Beach Resort for the Bone Beach Bash.
Are your wives coming?
No.
Oh.
I just told you to bring whores.
Mine is. You can
Okay,
still bring
good.
whores.
Yeah,
Okay.
his wife's cool.
No.
Is Jamie coming?
No.
No.
Out.
Oh.
Rude.
My wife will be there.
Okay, good.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I didn't outkick my coverage. I mean, I did outkick my coverage.
Oh,
my God.
Why would you
That's
insult
it.
your wife?
Have a good weekend.
Oh my God.
Well, I have to be honest with you. I didn't outkick my coverage. Granted, she's better looking than I am, but if you weigh out the options, we're pretty equal.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I was trying to say.
No, no.
Gio just did a coughing kick. That's what he did.
Yeah, like Amanda is nowhere near as good of a liar as you are.
No.
She rarely wears sleeveless shirts.
She can cook. She didn't have
Like
to
you?
work. Yes, I can cook.
What?
Anything. I'm a good cook.
Not
I mean,
brisket.
you grill.
According to
I'm
Gio, not
No.
brisket.
Gio, I make good brisket. Shut your goddamn
Yeah,
mouth.
it killed me. Almost killed me.
He said it was like eating a piece of wood.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The last vision I saw, I was going to see in my death was Spanish standing over me laughing.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what I'm going to see too.
It's coming for you too.
Oh man,
I hope he comes to the beach bash. That would be super fun.
he's invited.
Oh,
No,
I'm going to send him a text.
I have said it several times. Oh, it would be weird for that to be the first time for him to come around.
Yeah.
I think, maybe you shouldn't do that. But because none of us have spoken to him.
But
And
that's he chose, right? You've reached out. You all have reached out.
I have not.
I have not.
I have not.
Oh.
I've talked to him a little bit.
Yeah.
Just on text.
He reached out to me one time on a Sunday night at 10 o'clock, and I was not interested in having that conversation when I was already in bed for 2 hours, and then never reached back out again. Which I have to be honest with you, I'm not mad at that. I don't really care. I feel like we've gone our separate ways, and I'm over it. It's good for me. It's good for him, and I just hope that if he's in a good spot, great. If he's not, I hope he gets there. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, I have
Same.
no bad feelings. He put in a lot of time on the show. He did a lot of hard work. The success of the show is definitely, some of that is credited to Spanish, and I think he deserves that, and I won't take that away from him.
Amen. Now, would you guys participate if him and Shark did like an ayahuasca type of drum circle on the beach one night or something?
No, but I feel like if that's something they want to do, let them do it. But I don't want to.
Yeah.
Be a
By
part
the
of
way, Johnny, why don't you repeat that and see whether I would want to be part of it? You can
lost
follow
me at
that.
Shark.
You can follow that by they're also giving out piles of money, and I still wouldn't go.
Right. Yeah. No, I plan on being real drunk that whole weekend though.
You do?
Yeah. Because I'm full hardcore.
You're going to
back
be
on my
around
diet.
and like partying with everybody?
Oh boy! Oh man!
Wow.
Look
I'm
who's
just
talking, Miss
asking.
Makeout Session.
I was at every event.
She was more than just around. She was involved
Yeah. I saw JoJo all the time.
all the time.
Well, yes. I'm everywhere.
Okay.
If by
just-
everywhere you mean your room and Starbucks, then yes, you are everywhere.
What Bobby say? You just like to sit? He
Yeah.
likes to sit a lot.
Go
I
here
like
and
to
then sit.
Go here and then
sit.
sit. Yeah, that's what I do. I sit.
You even went in the pool when you sat.
I'm gonna give out my room number next time. You guys want to hang out? Just come to my room.
All right.
Just come and
to
sit
the
with me.
pool.
I don't like the pool. I don't like that pool. I don't like the like at Sky Beach. I'll be night swimming for sure with my shirt on and the whole deal.
Okay.
Yeah, but I will not. I do not want to be in the pool on the cruise ship. It's gross and there's kids and I don't like it.
Johnny B,
Yeah.
swimming, shirt on, shirt off.
I'm always shirt on. And look, if I was anybody but me, I would be shirt off. But I've lost so much weight. I really do look like like a half-empty bag of warm mayonnaise. So I mean, it's like it's tough. It's tough.
I feel it. I feel you, buddy. I feel you.
JoJo, shirt on, shirt off.
Hell yeah.
It just depends on my mood.
All right.
Right.
Yeah, we'll see how
Depends
it
on
goes.
who's around.
Yeah.
Now I heard that all of our rooms are kind of in the same section of the hotel. They said that in our meeting. So is there going to be like a big party that's only us? We just open up all the adjoining doors and then we just have like a big personality party.
The whole idea is to party with the people. Yeah. Don't
I
be
meant,
so
like,
don't be so
later.
shut
Yeah.
off.
He's talking
Johnny.
about late nights.
Yeah,
Saturday
when you start
nights.
drinking vampire blood and going crazy.
I'm out in Gen Pop.
Listen,
when
I'm
we
down.
had the birthday party, what was it, PCI? There was a bunch of people in my room. I didn't even know who they were.
Yeah, mine too. I had to go in another room.
I
I had to
left.
leave my room, and Christina had to get him out of my room.
Yeah, there was like 30 people in my room. They took all my drinks, all my booze.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I will not let that happen
That was
at the
wild.
beach bash.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like you're crazy Joe Davola and you're just inviting them in.
Yeah.
You're
I
leaving the
think I
door
did.
open. Yeah.
The doors left open, and I left for like about a half hour and came back.
Yeah.
Well,
and Joe and
Yeah,
like,
it's like that.
30 people
It's
were
like
in my
that
room.
video on TikTok where they cruised. They opened up and all the birds flew in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The door open. That's an invitation, Gio.
They also drank all my whiskey.
Well,
You
it was
tied
even-
a pineapple to the
You
door.
didn't limit
Yeah.
the invitation.
Oh no.
Or it's the loofahs, the colored loofahs.
Yeah. Well, I think it's going to be a great time, and I'm looking forward to being out there.
That sounded really racist. Keep those colored loofahs out of my room.
That's for JoJo's room.
Yeah.
Jojo, who you hanging out with? Who you bringing? or like who's your squad?
I don't have a squad.
Oh,
I'm
come on, turn the
there with
squad
you
up.
guys.
She's a squad of one.
I
What
am.
about your hot sister? Is she coming?
She will have my daughter.
Oh,
I mean, they're gonna go to the beach, but like a different beach.
yeah. Don't bring them to our beach.
Nah.
If you're running kids at home.
Are you guys getting in the water at the beach?
No, not in the water there. Like I'll get in the pool.
In the
Okay,
pool.
I used to go fishing on the Skyway a lot, and a lot of sharks.
Yeah, that's the thing. And also, I will tell you that having stayed at this hotel before, I feel that beach is more for
Aesthetics?
Sunbathing.
Yeah, like more for sunbathing. Yeah, and the pool. I mean, it's not that you can't go in. It's just it's nice beach area to lay out.
By the way, if I have a choice between ocean water or pool, I go pool all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If I'm in the ocean, I'm just taking a tinkle. Like I'm not in there to swim.
Oh, good lord! You do that in the pool?
So
No.
hot.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if you see me out there just sitting and
Standing.
waiting in the water for a second,
Yeah.
just had to go potty.
Yeah. Just make sure it's only number one.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Well, I thank you for letting us come on and say goodbye to everybody. I'm sorry that we shorted you a couple of minutes on the show today.
Hey, you're welcome.
Yeah. And
For
what
your,
do you
after show?
what do you guys have going on? Hey, I know something that you guys could talk about. Whether or not Galvin said intelligent or intelligence yesterday on the show. Did you hear that?
I heard intelligence.
You did?
Yeah.
You're wrong.
Oh, okay.
He's not wrong. Can I tell you?
Yeah.
I listened.
Of course he did.
First time I said intelligence. Second time I said intelligent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought so too, but I thought maybe it was like
Integrity.
maybe you had like a
It was half and half then. So you're
Yeah.
halfway.
Do you want to hear
Yeah.
it?
No, we don't need to hear it.
I wanna hear it.
We're done with the show.
a half
Do you
and
want to hear about
I like
Mike
to hear it.
lying more
I like
and
to hear
kicking
it.
JoJo off the
This was
cruise?
a devastating attack, and it knocked them for a loop, Trump said on Wednesday, apparently backing away from the comments he made earlier in the day that the intelligence was inconclusive. Senior Trump officials publicly rejected the leak initial assessment of the Defense Intelligence Agency, which concluded key components of the nuclear program were capable of being restarted within months. National Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard said in a post on the X, quote, new intelligence confirms what
Four
Trump stated.
intelligent. That was four intelligent.
The first time you had it cut off. The first one I said intelligence, and then I said intelligence.
Okay, I'll take 3 out of the 4.
Are we sure that's not AI?
No, in fact, AI is the one that backed it up because when AI goes in and it transcribes, it said intelligent 4 times.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'm not buying it.
You shut your mouth.
Got a lot of free time on your hands, huh?
I didn't do
Jesus
it.
Christ.
I didn't do any of it.
I don't know what's real anymore, dude. I'm freaking out.
Yeah. Listen, it's not that big of a deal, especially when you have to talk
Apparently
4
it
hours.
is.
It's not. It's your denial of it is what makes
No,
it a big deal.
I
you
said-
did not yesterday. You were like, I did not. I saw rewind the tape. You go, good, rewind the tape.
What did I say? I said intelligence, and I did the first time.
Today. Yesterday, you vehemently denied it.
No, I said the other day that I said intelligence, but I didn't say how many times I said it.
That's worth a half a point.
Yeah.
This breaks my heart because like Galvin's one of the most intelligent people I know.
I think you're all a bunch
You
of
should
jerks.
try comedy, Johnny.
Man, everybody at the station hates each other. Everybody. This boat bash is going to be great.
I gotta tell you, I've never met more of a ball busting group than these people. Even yesterday, I was texting with Mo. Did you see what Mo got yesterday? Did you see it?
No.
Beautiful doodle.
Oh,
Like
really?
he, like he needs something else for his wife to have to take care of.
Yeah.
I need to be wider. How can I be wider?
It's a beautiful dog. It's like a white and brown mix, and it's
Let me
it's
guess.
beautiful.
He named it Ziggy.
I don't know.
Something to do with Bowie.
I don't know what his name is, but it was a beautiful dog. And all right, well, we're done.
All right, man. Thanks, guys.
I love you,
Thank
boys.
Have a great weekend, and we'll see you guys on Monday.
Nobody
Enjoy
said it back to JoJo.
I love you, JoJo.
What?
Thank you, Joe.
What'd she say?
She said,
I don't say it to anybody.
Oh.
I love
My
you,
kids
boys.
are the only ones I say it back to.
I love you all.
Thank
Aw.
You're great.
Have a
You're
good
the
weekend,
best.
boys.
Bye.
Bye.